Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. I'm Joe Bowling with you, coming to you tonight from Rio Grande City, Texas. And Evie Vasquez to my right side, Emilio Flores on the camera tonight. It's a Thursday night, which means we can have live video. Thanks again for joining us for our broadcast. Two teams that are out here going to play under some conditions. Well, it's better than I thought when I watched the forecast earlier today, but yet, Evie, it's just a dreary, it's actually a pretty good fall football night. It's crisp, it's cool, it's windy, but it's not raining. So it should be a good night for football.
Yes, again, temperatures right around the 60s, between 60 and 65. Nothing too bad, nothing that these kids can't handle. And obviously, they have a lot of expectations. So I'm sure that the weather right now is the least on their mind as they get set for kickoff. As
you can see on the field, they've already had some of the introductions, and they're going through the early pre-game ceremonies, which means they'll have the playing of the school songs and then the playing of the national anthem. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get closer to the kickoff. Rattlers and Cowboys, Thursday Night Football coming your way. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Colletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Colletti's. Visit collettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, number one.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Pass up the savings at Mcallen Furniture. Score big at Mcallen Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Barely, because look, we got 6 players.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and we are going over the what-if scenarios, and we're taking a look at the standings, and Evie says that Donna and Palmview right now are locked into that tie for the 4th spot, and Palmview in control of that right now with a victory over Rio Grande City, and they have the tiebreaker. So Rio Grande City is going to need some help to get that 4th spot. Now, Donna, they can reach Donna, Evie, because with a win tonight, Rio Grande City would be 1 game away from the Donna Redskins. And then, of course, they haven't played each other. So if they play it out and Rio Grande City wins out, including beating Donna, well, then they've got Donna. But they're going to need some help to get past Palmview. National Anthem. We'll be right back.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office. Beautiful edition of the National Anthem just performed here by one of the students here at Rio Grande City. Evie Vasquez to my right, I'm Joe Bowling. Thanks again for joining us here on a Thursday night. Live video of high school football at Rio Grande City. The Rattlers taking on the Porter Cowboys. And again, if nothing else, Evie, it feels exactly what you would expect for an October football game.
Right. Yes, it does. And the thing is that these teams, even though that they are low in the standings, they know what's at stake, and they want to finish this season strong and not allow anything but themselves to determine, their future going forward. And as we were talking right before we went to the break, we have this district is one of the hottest that we have here in the valley. With so many teams crumbled up there in the top and in the middle, and that in every single game counts now going forward for everybody, not just not just Rio and Porter going here tonight, but we have 3 games in this district solo tonight. We have Donna, playing Brownsville Vets. And we also have PSJ Southwest and Mission Vets going at it tonight. So just in this district alone, we have 3 games going on tonight. So it's going to heat up, Joe.
Had some fans asking if we were going to cover the Mission Vets game, and I'm going to say it like I've said many, many times. I need announcers. I need camera operators. More importantly, I need salespeople to help us get these advertisers in place so that I can employ some people to go out and cover games. So we had the approval to do the Mission Vets game tonight. We are doing the Brownsville Veterans game, so we've got 2 of the 3 covered with us being out here at Rio Grande City. And our appreciation goes out again to Rio Grande City and to Brownsville for both assisting us in allowing us to broadcast this game, and of course here at Rio Grande City allowing us a spot from which to broadcast in the press box, which on these days, that's more and more important to yours truly, Evie. I don't like being out in that cold. Football players do and coaches do, and they can have it. I'll stay in the press box if given a chance.
I think that's one of the reasons that I chose basketball as a coaching sport to do because of the fact that we're indoors. You're absolutely right. You know, you have to be one tough person to stick it out like this in this type of weather.
Coin toss is happening in the middle of the field as Emilio Flores is going to zoom in on that, and we'll take a look here. Again, the captains are out there on the field, and as Evie was talking about, well, for one thing, at this district, you had one non-district game, and since week 2, you've been in district play. So it's no secret these teams are used to playing in meaningful football games. It's district time, and it has been since the second game of the year. But when you also start to get down to this point in the season, you now start to look across at the seniors who are saying this is it. And in some cases, it may be the final football game they ever play. And among the final games as a high school senior, as a high school player. And so they too want to start going out, hey, I don't want to lose anymore. I want to win some games. I don't care what the standings are. I, as a senior, want to roll out of here and do it on a winning note.
And unfortunately, one thing that happened to Rio was the injury bug. You know, they lost a few players. You know, they interviewed the coach just this week on the monitor there, and he was a little bit more specific on what it's meant to them and how it's actually affected them. But, you know, one of the biggest keys, as we saw last time when we broadcasted from here, was their big quarterback. You know, their leading quarterback, Mario Garza. You know, he went down. We'll see what goes for him going forward. And, you know, they've lost several players. So it's been unfortunate for them. But as the coach stated, you know, that's never been an excuse, and that's never going to be something that holds them back. So they've been fighting their way through. And as I was going earlier through some of their scores, they really haven't lost by a big margin. I think it's only been one game where they've lost by multiple scores. You know, everything has been within a score or maybe 2 possessions of scoring away from actually, you know, winning or making it a game. So it's been unfortunate for them. It's been a long road for Rio Grande, but, you know, like the coach said, no excuse, and we're going to go ahead and just finish it off as strong as we can.
The Rattlers are going to be receiving the football to start this football game, and that means the Porter Cowboys will be kicking off. Thanks again for joining us. Wow, what a lineup we got of football coming your way over the next couple of days. Tonight we're here. We're also down in Brownsville. We got the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers trying to stay in that 2 spot in the district run. And then tomorrow, yours truly will be at Raymondville, as I've locked it in. Rio Hondo at Raymondville, and that's going to be a great football game. We got some other games we're covering, including San Benito and Harlingen South. That's going to have a lot of interest as well to see if the South Hawks can stay in position or maybe knock off the San Benito Greyhounds. We'll be there for the broadcast of that game. We'll also be carrying the game on Saturday. I'll be down there. I'm torn. I got 3 games all locked in. One is Santa Rosa trying to wrap up a perfect season in volleyball. They'll be at Lyford, who's only lost 2 different times. So that's going to be a great game. Kickoff coming up. Porter Cowboys kick it away. That's going to be a line drive picked up there by the Rattlers, and this is going to be Mark Perez. Brings it across his 10 to the 15-yard line. Perez out to near the 20-yard line. He's dropped there, and the Rattlers will bring the offense onto the field. And we'll take a look first who the quarterback is, Evie, because, again, the injury bug has plagued this football team.
Right, yeah, like, you know, as I stated earlier, you know, Mario Garza unfortunately went down for them. And, you know, last time we ended up having their backup quarterback come in, who actually has been doing a really good job. You know, one thing that I noticed is they've been going to the air a lot more. Okay, and it'll end up being number 4, Adrian Gonzalez, as it was last time when we broadcasted here. Their backup quarterback came in the second half, and he's been airing it out, as I was stating. So their rushing game has been there, but not as big as their air attack with him now.
Penalty on the first play of the game, and that's going to be against the Rattlers. It's a 5-yarder for motion. Again, Adrian Gonzalez will be the starting quarterback here tonight for the Rattlers. This is the first possession of the game, and thanks again for joining us here as we can bring you live video action on Thursdays. We can also do that on Saturday, meaning at 2 o'clock when Harlingen takes the field against Hannah, we'll be there. Man in motion left to right, and the Rattlers will run it. A misdirection, right-hand side out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Quick hitter, and that gains all the penalty yards back plus a couple extra.
You can definitely tell that physicality by that line. You know, that pocket just opened up like nothing. You know, and you know, if they really want to be balanced here tonight, they're going to really have to use that big line that Rio Grande has in order to muscle their way in there.
Carry that time by Angel Galvan. And so now it's second down and call it 7 yards to go for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. They'll run it to the outside, and that goes nowhere as the Porter Cowboys are all over that.
Yeah, you know, that was a sweet, you know, a nice little motion there to Nunez. Nunez couldn't go anywhere.
Nunez wearing number 5 tonight for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. What's his first name?
Julio. Mr. Julio Nunez.
Nunez on the carry, but he ended up losing about 4 on the play. And so 3rd and long, an empty backfield for Gonzalez. Drops back, has some time, rifles one deep downfield. That's going to be picked off by the Cowboys. 40, down the 30-yard line. There's a penalty on this play. It's back inside the 15, down to the 10, to the 5, and then down there for the Porter Cowboys. Interception. Now we'll have to see if it stands because, again, there is a penalty on the play.
Yeah, there, as I said, they're going to try to use, Adrian's arm as they have been when they've almost doubled their yards by the air. So first pick there in their 3rd throw, and then 3rd down. We'll see how this game goes forward for him.
Oscar Gonzalez on the interception, but now the penalty flag is thrown, and it will be against the Porter Cowboys. So negate the turnover, and the drive will maintain control of the football for the Rio Grande City Rattlers, and they dodge a bullet there. 1st and 10, now the ball out at their own, just across their 30-yard line. Gonzalez and company with a new set of downs. 15-yard penalty against the Cowboys, but again, it's a bigger penalty than that because it takes away a turnover. Running play out to the left-hand side, turning it upfield across the 33 to the 34-yard line. Another carry for Gonzalez, his 2nd carry on the night.
Yeah, actually, that was there. That was Angel Galvan there with a nice cut inside. That guard there helping out really just opened up that pocket and allowed him to gain those extra. What was it, like maybe 5 yards? That was good. The offensive line really looking good tonight here for Rio Grande City. They're really going to need them.
2nd down play, 6 yards to go. And they'll throw it. Looking. Now running with the football as Gonzalez dishes it off. Has a little receiver out in the flats. That's going to be caught and then the player thrown back. So we'll have to see where the forward progress goes on that completion.
Yeah, Ardacio Salinas there with that nice grab. Just, wasn't allowed to go in here, but by this defense who's really pressuring to start this game. They're really pressuring, Gonzalez here.
5-yard completion after the forward progress. So it's 3rd and a manageable 2 yards to go for the Porter Cowboys. 9:28 and counting here in the first quarter of play from Rio Grande City. Emilio and I were taking back roads and hit a couple of detours, and the last thing we saw was we were in a field. I was like, hey, Emilio, where are you taking me? We finally got here. Running play for the Rattlers, trying to get to the outside. Galvan turns the corner down the sideline, got a 1st down out of bounds at the 49-yard line, and that'll move the chains for the Rattlers. That's an 11-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, they really needed that 1st down there to continue this momentum. After that pick, it kind of seemed like they were going to, cough it up and their first possession was going to be done. But, opening possession here for the Rio Grande City Rattlers looking good. They're moving the chains. Their line is looking very active. Gonzalez not afraid of airing it out still. We'll see what he can do.
Gonzalez on 1st and 10. This is the opening drive of the football game. Swings a pass right side. Inside screen to Julio Nunez. Takes it across the midfield stripe, and here comes a penalty from the far side of the field, right near us. When I say far side, as far as away from the ball. And so we'll see what this call is.
Yeah, and that was late. We'll see what they call here.
Sometimes an official will catch a lineman peeling back and delivering an illegal block of some sort. Stops the clock with 8:40 to go, and here comes a call from Mr. Official. It'll be a face mask against the defense. So that's another big penalty against the Porter Cowboys. 2nd here this drive, both of them 15-yarders. And remember, Evie, one of those took away a turnover.
Yeah, and as you look down this list, this roster, you have a lot of sophomores and juniors for the Porter Cowboys. If anything, this year is going to be a learning experience for a lot of them, and some of these penalties are really going to have to be a learning experience.
Shotgun formation for Gonzalez and the Rattlers. He hands it on an inside handoff to Nunez. Turns the corner across the 30 down to the Porter Cowboy 27-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain and a good-looking run by Julio Nunez.
Yeah, he was in motion again, and like I said, they're really looking active as to compare last time when it was more of a running game for Rio Grande City. Now they're moving the ball a little bit different. In the motion, and they're looking for the receivers nice and quick as soon as the ball is snapped.
28 yards of offense right now for the Rattlers of Rio Grande City, aided by 15 yards times 2. That's 30 yards of penalty yards on this opening drive, and they've got it 2nd down and 5 to go. Running play right-hand side, and this is Galvan's got a hole. Inside the 20, foot race to the sideline, got to the 10, takes on the tackler, down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal coming up, and that's a 21-yard gain.
Great blocking by this line and by the receivers as well. I don't know if you were able to see that far side of the field there. Nobody was able to touch him until he got to the 5. That was great blocking, and that was great running as well.
7:37 to go here in this first quarter of play. And Rio Grande City with an opportunity, 1st and goal. Quick snap, handoff, running play left-hand side. Galvan turns the corner, hit hard, got to the 2, and then got thrown backwards. Nice penetration there. He ran into big number 75 that time, and in this case, that's Alberto Rangel, and he said no.
No, not getting in. That'll bring up 2nd down. More than enough time to, plays to get them in. They'll have half a yard to go. We'll see what they can do in the red line.
2nd and goal, and taking their time at the huddle. Now up to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Rattlers of Rio Grande City. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback keeper, right-hand side. Touchdown, Rattlers, as Adrian Gonzalez was untouched.
And I think that's why the Rio Grande City just made that substitution. Number 50 came in. I don't have him here on the roster, but he was very active on that line there, allowing him to get in easily. That was a great substitution there for Rio Grande City.
Rattlers look for the extra point. They draw first blood here on this one. And the opening drive, so many coaches talk about it. Hey, can you finish drives? In this case, they did. Extra point. Lining up for a 2-point conversion. They'll hand it off to Galvan. Looking for a block, didn't get it. Now he does on his 2nd effort and gets in. 8-0, Rattlers on top, 6:38 to go. Kickoff coming up after this.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a 3rd facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, I'm Joe Bowling, Evie Vasquez, and I told you I'm happy that we're not outdoors, but even in here it's cool. I brought my jacket. It's going to go on here after our next break. 8-0 ball game. Rio Grande City capitalizes on a couple of penalties and one a very critical penalty that negated a turnover. Would have had the Porter Cowboys set up 1st and goal. Instead, it maintained possession for the Rattlers. They took advantage, Evie, and they finished the drive off, which is what every coach looks for.
Right. It looked like they were going to, basically almost walk into the end zone after that pick. But, they brought it back, and that's what basically cost them. And that's this face mask down here at this other side, affected them even more.
Cowboys send 2 men back to return this kick, standing right at their 10-yard line. Gabriel Gonzalez goes nowhere near him. Now it bounces up in the air, picked up at the 25-yard line, out across the 30, about the 31-yard line. Fielding that ball was Jose Charles. And here come the Porter Cowboys offense on the field for the first time tonight.
As I stated earlier, these Cowboys straight down defense and offense, you see a lot of sophomores and juniors, and if anything this season, they're looking for their first win here tonight. And if anything, this is going to be a learning experience every single Friday or Thursday in and out. So we'll see what they can do here tonight. Rio Grande City, one win as well, so they're not very far apart when it comes to records. Each of them just trying to progress here.
Kevin Garcia, the quarterback, lines up in the backfield in a shotgun formation. Single back to his left-hand side. He'll hand it off, running play right-hand side, and that goes for maybe a yard. Nice hit by the Rattlers.
Gabriel Gonzalez there on that run attempt.
Ulysses Guzman on the carry. Got across the line of scrimmage, and from there, he was introduced to the Rattlers' defensive front four. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. 6:04 to go here in the first quarter of play. Thursday Night Football, it is live video. Thank you, UIL, for not shutting the door on that. Guzman lines up on the right-hand side. Garcia shifts him a little further out right. Now they'll run an option play. Kept forward. Garcia takes it out across the 35. Stretches forward. Might get the 36 on a forward progress. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play there by Derek Serna, on the Rattlers. He heard one of his own linemen there as well, and he was able to get that tackle.
Cowboys now 3rd and 5. They would like to get a couple of first downs on this drive, if nothing else. That was a sustained drive by the Rio Grande City Rattlers. 50 yards credited on the drive. 50 of that on the ground. 55 total yards. They had a 5-yard pass completion as well. Porter Cowboys facing a 3rd and 5. Got to get across the 41 for a first down. Garcia out of a shotgun, sends a man in motion left to right. He'll hand off to the motion man. Trying to get left-hand side. He's got a lot of room in the secondary. That's a first down. That's a 14-yard carry. Oscar Garcia on the run.
Credit Ulysses Guzman on that block. He basically set that Rattler down, and gave that opportunity to that running back to just take it.
First down for the Porter Cowboys, and that's an important first down. Again, you go 3 and out, give the ball back to the Rio Grande City Rattlers on their home field. Could turn into a long night for your defense. Now with 4:37 to go, a new set of downs for Garcia. Keeps Guzman in the backfield. Garcia keeps it himself. Has a nice block. Gets across the 40-yard line. That's another first down. He gains 14 yards on the play for the Cowboys.
What a stiff arm. And if that's technical there for him, as he's able to just gain an extra couple of yards with just pure power.
1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Now operating in Rio Grande City territory at their 36-yard line. Shift the man over on the left-hand side. Guzman stays in the backfield. Guzman on the carry this time. Stumbles forward. Tripped up at the 35, but fell forward. Might have got to the 33, which means he gets 3 yards on something that could have been a no gain.
Yeah, the chains are moving for them. He just kind of stumbled there. Or he probably could have picked up a first down.
2nd down, they will give it just shy of a 3-yard gain. 3:59 and counting. Guzman on a couple of carries has 4 yards, but Garcia has 2 carries for 18 yards. And then Oscar Garcia has the 1 carry for 14 yards for the Cowboys on this drive. On 2nd down, Guzman running right-hand side. Got through a tackle, runs into his own man, falls forward to the 32 of the Rattlers, and 3rd and long coming up. 2-yard gain. I said I had 3 options on Saturday. I've got these games locked in. Hannah has lost once in district play. They're taking on unbeaten in district play, Los Fresnos in volleyball. That's going to be a great game. Hannah against Harlingen football at 2 o'clock. That's a live video presentation on that game on Saturday. And then, of course, the Lyford Santa Rosa volleyball. I locked that one in as well. I can't be at all 3, Evie. Here's a play for the Cowboys. Running play for Garcia. He is hitting the backfield, and down he goes. No gain on the play, maybe a loss of a yard.
Right. I don't even know who to give credit that for that tackle to. That Rio Grande City line just 3 of them just basically trampled on him, and it made him go nowhere. This defense is going to have to be perfect here tonight in order to help them.
Everybody meet at the quarterback. Big number 67 was the first guy in that actually got his hands on Kevin Garcia. And now 4th down. Call it 9 yards to go for the Porter Cowboys, and they'll keep the offense on the field. Oscar Garcia lines up as a receiver wide right. Ulysses Guzman, a tailback to the left-hand side. Kevin Garcia, the quarterback, wants to throw over the middle. Got a man in traffic, caught down at the 20-yard line. That's a first down, and they convert on 4th.
That concentration, as he looked the ball into his chest was deep. That was a great hands there by him. It's very hard to catch a ball when you're jumping backwards. What concentration?
That was Manuel Sandoval on the catch. He caught that in traffic for a first down, and the drive continues now for the Porter Cowboys, trying to answer the Rattlers' first score. Running play left-hand side, Garcia turns the corner inside the 10 to the 5, dives to the pylon, and he is just shy out of bounds at the 2.
Right, that last dive there, it seems like he was in, but I guess he just stepped out right before. That's what they're marking. That'll be the first down with 3 yards to go.
First and goal. Garcia now on 4 carries has 36 yards. He's averaging 9 yards per run as the quarterback for the Porter Cowboys. Minute 50 left here in this first quarter of play. Rattlers scored in the first possession. Cowboys now beating on the door, trying to get in the end zone on their first. Garcia shifts backs over on the left-hand side, has a single back behind him under center, turns, hands it off, and here's a running play right side. That is a touchdown. Porter Cowboys, Ulysses Guzman in the end zone with a minute 44 to go in the first.
What power by Guzman there as he took 3 Rattlers with him into the end zone. What power there with his legs and upper body strength just to get in there.
Guzman now with 4 carries, 9 yards on the night. Cowboys will go for the traditional extra point, meaning the Rattlers will sustain the lead regardless. Albert Martinez, the senior, listed as a wide receiver, also the kicker this time. I believe that's Martinez. Kick is away, and it is through the uprights. It's good. That was Oscar Garcia on the kick. 8-7 your score. Both teams have had the ball once. Both teams have scored. Kickoff coming up after this.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGB in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, Emilio's working on the camera. We're working on the glare situation. They had the kickoff that went in the end zone. And so the Rattlers take over, and then the penalty flags fly before the first snap. So you haven't missed anything while we were on the break. Now they've got the score 7-7, Evie. I know Rio Grande City went for a 2-point conversion.
Yes, they did, and they actually got it in there. So, I mean, they gave them a point. You know, when in reality they should have given them 2, because, I mean, they didn't stick with the 6.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Of course, we're not official scorekeepers.
Yeah, our score doesn't count, folks.
We like to think it does, but...
You know, I just want to take this time and thank everybody out there watching. You know, I actually have some of my students on here, you know, cheering us on and cheering this game on. You know, so thank you for everybody out there watching, and continue to just support and let us know you're watching. Whoever hasn't... chatted. So let us know you're watching from wherever you're from.
If you're watching on our YouTube, give us a shout where you're at. I have fans that normally tune in on Facebook, and I'm getting that back to speed where we're going to be on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I was trying to fix Evie's computer here today, trying to get you all set up. We've got that solved in a lot of our stadiums. I think we'll get that done here before I leave tonight, unless we're in a triple overtime and it's midnight when the Emilio don't have to drive home. Running play for a pass play. Nice play action over the middle. Caught What a play by the Rattlers, and this is going to be 6 points right down the middle. And how about that play action pass?
Right, and that's something that I was looking forward to as I drove out here. I said Gonzalez is airing it out all season now since he became the starter. I'm really excited to see them actually use these receivers and take into account everything that they've done positively and just continue to run with it. So Gonzalez, big throw there, and he wasn't even touched after he caught it 20 yards plus.
80 yards on the spot and the catch. Julio Nunez to the house. Touchdown Rattlers. Under a minute left here in the first quarter, and they go over the top. Extra point coming up. Now they'll go for the traditional extra point. Bad snap. They're going to have to pick it up. They're going to get hit in the backfield, and this is going to be no good. So it should be 14-7. The score clock says 13-7. We'll see if that sticks. Back after this.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at Rio Grande City on a Thursday night, and points on the scoreboard. Rattlers scored first. Porter Cowboys answered with a touchdown. The extra points, well, they're kind of questionable. I know the Cowboys kicked one through the uprights. Evie, I know they went for a 2-point conversion the first time, and the Rattlers converted. And yet they miss a kick here, and they lead by 6, according to the scoreboard.
Right. We got video. We can go up there and show them if need be.
We're not going to go there yet.
But if I was Porter, I wouldn't gripe about it. But if I was Rio, I'm surprised, it's their home field that they haven't, gotten somebody to fix that.
I'm going to put it at 14-7 on our scoreboard. Now, understand, fans, if we were to swing over to the Rio Grande City CISD scoreboard here, you would see 13-7. But I think that's going to be changed before it's said and done. Cowboys on the return of the football on the kick. Oh, a big hit delivered right at the 20-yard line. That's the biggest hit. Helmet comes off. How about that hit?
That was huge there by number 21, J.D. Garza. 51. I thought that was a 2. 51. That was Albert Gongora. And Parents' Night here, nothing more better than showing up in front of your parents and your fans with a big hit like that.
That's the biggest hit of the night, and it's going to take something to top that one before we're done. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rio Grande City with the lead. Porter Cowboy offense on the field for a second time. Garcia and company marched it down, punched it in the end zone on their first touch. They'll look to answer now. Running play, Garcia tries to get to the outside, gets to the 25. That's a 4-yard gain. Nice read that time by Kevin Garcia.
Derek Serna there with the tackle, as he helped his Rattlers, from having these Cowboys to advance a couple more yards.
Cowboys now with 63 yards of offense. They have 12, make that 75 yards of offense because they do have one completed pass as Kevin Garcia hit Manuel Sandoval on that first drive. Second and just over 5 yards to go, and that's the end of the first quarter. It happened quickly. 3 possessions, all of them scores. Second quarter coming up after this.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Colletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Colletti's. Visit collettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com. Fans watching from San Antonio. I see that, Evie. We got some other fans watching in.
Right, yeah, we got some people from La Feria as well saying go Lions. The big game for them coming up this week as well. You would say you were going to be at that one, right? Was it La Feria? Or were you going to be tomorrow?
I'm going to be at Rio Hondo Raymondville tomorrow.
Oh, my bad.
2 undefeated teams in their district play. Running play for the Cowboys to start the second quarter, and that's just out across the 28 to the 29-yard line. That's a couple yards short of a first down. Ulysses Guzman on the carry. But what the Cowboys have been doing is keeping it to a third and short situation when it does get to third down. They did convert on fourth down on their opening drive. But third and right at 4 yards to go from their own 29 here. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right-hand side. And Garcia has some room, turns a corner, first down and more across the 35 to the 40-yard line. He needed 4, he got 9, and that's a first down.
Right, this line, we talked about the line helping out, on the Rattler side. This Cowboy line is going to have to be big here today, just like that. That was a big showing there for them as they were able to open up that pocket and help their quarterback on that sneak.
Kevin Garcia now 6 carries, 49 yards. He's averaging 8 yards a carry. Cowboys with 76 yards on the ground here in the first half. Still 10:58 to go in the second quarter. It's only the second time the Cowboys offense has been on the field. 2 receivers out to the right-hand side. Wide right is Christopher Cardenas. Man in motion, left to right is Matthew Sandoval. Takes a handoff. Sandoval sprints out across the 40-yard line, dives across the 45. That's a 6-yard gain on Sandoval's first carry.
Nice tackle there by Jesse Morin on the Rattler side. As he was able to tangle his feet up there and at least keep the chains from moving in the second down.
Call it a 6-yard gain for Sandoval. And the Cowboys, 6.3 yards per carry. Doesn't matter who's running the football. Baldo Perez says a shout-out to the Rattler baseball team. Well, I know we're just a few weeks away from basketball, but hey, we'll shout out some baseball as well. Pass play right side, that's deflected and incomplete, nearly picked off by the Rattlers.
Yeah, intended receiver there, Christopher Cardenas, just couldn't come up with it. It was in his hands, just closed them too soon.
10:10 to go in the second quarter as the clock stops. At halftime, the Porter Cowboy band has made it out here. Rio Grande City also out. I know Pigskin's going on this weekend, and that's going to be operating in a couple of different stadiums. I know Mercedes has a lot of the smaller schools. These bands will get one more tune-up here. Running play for Garcia on a quarterback keeper. He dives across the midfield stripe to the 49, and that's good enough for another first down for the Porter Cowboys.
Yeah, credit Adrian Gonzalez on that block as he was able to give his quarterback there, that extra yard to get that first down. Great block there.
Another first down for the Porter Cowboys. Rio Grande City had a sustained drive the first time they touched the ball, and then they went deep with an 80-yard touchdown pass. Second time they touched it. Porter Cowboys maintained a drive, punched it in the end zone on their first time through, and now in Rattler territory, they'll run the ball right to the midfield stripe, and that goes for nothing. Gabriel Gonzalez on the carry, but he really had nothing to do.
Yeah, 67 and 28 on the Rio side. Just really did their work there. Jesse Garza on 67, on that line, keeping him from advancing at all.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up. Porter Cowboys with 100 yards of offense here in the first half compared to Rio Grande City's 135. But again, you have to look at 80 yards on one play for the Rattlers. Cowboys now 2nd and 10. This is where we wondered what they would do here. Bad snap. What a play by Garcia just to get the football in his hands. He'll lose 6, but could have lost the football.
Yeah, and it seemed like everybody got to him. The nose, these guards here coming up on this. I mean, not the guards, but these linebackers coming here on this other side. Everybody just got to him.
And it always seems like when the ball's bobbled at all that the linemen are suddenly there in the blink of an eye. Other time there's protection galore. But in that case, as soon as Garcia looked up and it wasn't that long, it was a split second, he tipped the ball right in his hands. And by that time, you're right, a sea of red coming right at him. 3rd and now 15. I talked about short yard situations on 3rd down. Cowboys now face a long 15 yards. They're going to wait the time to go down. They're going to call a timeout. As they do that, we'll take one too. Pay attention to the commercials. They're paying the bills, my friends. Back after this.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
Back here, Rio Grande City. Joe Bowling, Evie Vasquez alongside. Coach was doing some play-by-play. Still going to do some play-by-play for us, but she knows too. She's got the clocks, the calendar circled. Basketball season coming up. November 8th, we'll be in the Palmview area for the first girls basketball tournament. 2 days before that, there are some non-district games that are taking place, and we'll be broadcasting those November 15th. There's 9 tournaments I could pick out, my friends. Boys tournament in San Perlita. I've already locked into that one. Girls tournament in Mcallen on November 15th. Will most likely be at those 2 venues, but here we are in football season. Basketball just around the corner, and already we got some football fans talking about baseball too. So, hey, why not? All sports involved in Real Sports. Pass play for the Cowboys. New quarterback in the game. That's Underthrown. In the direction of Matthew Sandoval as Roland Puga that time was a quarterback. 4th down coming up.
Right. Interesting choice here to go with the new quarterback. But, I mean, again, I guess a switch could help him out.
Incomplete pass. Punting situation here for the Porter Cowboys. Rattlers send a man back inside his 20. Punt is away, nearly blocked. It's off the side of a foot and goes out of bounds at the Rattler 47.
Something big happens when you have the people upstairs, the technician saying, ooh, and ah.
Yeah.
Something big is going on.
So but there's a penalty on the play, and it's going to be against the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Is that running into the kicker? That may be the ooh. If it is, it'll be a 1st down coming up for the Porter Cowboys. And it will be. They only mark off 5 yards. Let's see what the call is. They keep it at 4th down, so it was an offsides call against Rio Grande City. So Cowboys stay in punt formation. Back to punt the ball is Oscar Garcia. Remember, he's a receiver. Takes a snap. He is going to kick it. Better kick this time for the Cowboys. Takes a roll inside the 30-yard line and out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 27. Rattlers take over there on top. Still says 13-7. Back after this.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on Real Sports Live, the Rattlers of Rio Grande City run the ball down the right-hand side, and they got another big play coming up. Inside the 45-foot race down the sideline, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Alan Garcia there with, what, 80 yards, 85 yards there into the touchdown. It seemed like only 2 people touched him there. It just seemed like this Porter defense wasn't ready for it. It just no effort whatsoever to get into that end zone.
85-yard run for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. In the blink of an eye, they have scored on 2 consecutive plays that tallied 80-plus yards. Clock reads 19-7. I'm going to have to go with the score clock operator until they change it. I think they will, but we'll keep it right there. Extra point coming up, and it is good. Rattlers lead by
17 there.
13. Back after this on Real Sports.
Josh.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
You need to make a team, girl.
Back here on Real Sports Live, Evie's talking to some of the fans on Facebook that she knows on her own Facebook and trying to let them know what's happening here, what is happening on the scoreboards. The Rio Grande City Rattlers are on top 20-7. We have it 21. I'm going to keep it 20 because it matches what the scoreboard reads here for the fans, but I think they'll change that at halftime. We'll take a look. Either way, big plays for the Rattlers have resulted in 2 touchdowns of over 80 yards. And so 220 yards of offense in the first half, thanks in part to those 2 big plays, which also resulted in points. Cowboys Kick return team on the field. This is a high, deep kick, fielded back at the 5-yard line, and up the middle comes Garcia to the 15 in a hurry to the 20. Up the field, 25-30, 35-40. Got to beat the kicker. Midfield, 45-40, down the right sideline. Touchdown coming up. Cowboys kick return for 6.
Oscar Garcia there with that run, but I don't know if you saw that there on defense. Luckily they didn't call for that block from behind.
Right there on the side, trying to get in front of the kicker. It was a bang play, but 6 points on the board for the Porter Cowboys, and the highlight reel continues.
Man, and I think that's over yardage on each side. On the Porter side and on the Rattler side. They're averaging, when you talk about Rio, they're averaging just above 250 yards combined a game, and I think they're already there in one half. If you're Rio Grande City.
Official's going to call an unsportsmanlike call after the touchdown, so the Cowboys will have to move back for this extra point attempt. It was a 95-yard return, by the way, for Oscar Garcia. Fielded that ball right at his 5-yard line, and how about making that cut at the 10 and just darting straight upfield from there?
Yeah, these past two, possessions have been less than 15 seconds combined for both teams.
Bang.
Yes.
They're going to assess the 15-yard penalty on the kickoff against the Cowboys, so the extra point, traditional spot here for Oscar Garcia. He ran it in. Now he'll go for the 7th point here on this drive, and the kick is good. Cowboys trying to hang in there. 20-14 game. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com. Back here on RealSportsLive.com, Evie continues to talk things over with the Facebook fans, and we're going to be back where we can have them on Facebook at the same time here on Real Sports. Right now, she's trying to reel them in to get them over here on Real Sports to watch the game on our YouTube as well. 95-yard kickoff return by the Porter Cowboys, and 7:27 left here in the second quarter. The Cowboys will kick it off. Now, again, the 15-yard penalty means they have to kick this ball from their own 25. So look out here. If the Rattlers have a return-type scenario, this is where you put it into play. Doesn't take long to get downfield when you're catching a kickoff around your 20 to 25-yard line. 2 men back to return this kick for the Rattlers.
Right. I would expect this Porter defense to really be on their toes this time, after giving up a long return like that. You just can't have it happen again.
Alan Garcia stands on the left-hand side. Mark Perez on the right for the return for the Rattlers. Kick is a low kick. It's going to be fielded on the ground by Perez. Runs across the 35 to the 40, 45-yard line midfield, down to the 45 to the 40. Takes on a tackler to the 30, down to the 30, into the 25-yard line on the return.
Wow, I just said, I'll eat my words here. I expected that defense to really knuckle down here, but it just seems like that Rio, offensive help there by blocking is really doing them justice here. And, Mark Bettis, picking up again, another 7 yards, was it?
He took up, he got it from his own 25, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah,
that was about 50 yards on the return. That's all on return yardage, so now the Rio Grande City offense is on the field. 7:18 to go here in the second quarter. Man in motion, low snap. They'll hand it off. Running play right-hand side, trying to bounce it right side. Now looking for the right sideline. Down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. How about a read by Angel Galvan? Penalty, though, is going to bring it back.
That read and that cut, that cut to avoid, that tackle there was something special. He was able to go ahead and dodge right, turn left, and he made that defender just tackle the air.
They'll call a hold, and this is coming back. Ruben Alvarado Jr. says, I'm watching this game from my couch. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure you pass the word out, fans. Pass the word out to make sure you subscribe to our channel, and especially if you can share it on Facebook so that those fans know the games are going on live. I've been going back and forth with Facebook and YouTube, and on these football games, there's various reasons. One of the reasons we're assisting the stream for Channel 4 and Valley Central. Pass play, that's a dangerous play, incomplete pass. Looking for Alan Garcia. Now they're going to finally blow the play dead.
Yeah, I was expecting a flag there for that. I don't know if it was so much taunting as much it was probably trash talking in each other's face by the Rattlers and the Cowboys here. No flag.
Big hit on the play. 2nd and 20. That would be an incomplete pass for Rio Grande City. Adrian Gonzalez now 2 for 3 in the passing game for 85 yards and a touchdown. Wants to throw again. Has a ton of time. Now he throws over the middle field. Got a man inside the 5 and it's dropped incomplete.
Val Gomez, again, he just can't reel it in. And he's over on his knees, and just saying, I had that. Nobody was even near me. I had a defender at least 5 feet behind me, and I could have just walked into the end zone. And the thing is, again, second time where the Rio Rattlers just take their eyes off the ball for one split second, and it cost them a touchdown again. That's the second one they lose here tonight for not being able to bring the ball in.
Gonzalez couldn't have delivered a better pass, my friends. That is a beautifully thrown football of nearly 50 yards in the air, right on a dime to his receiver. 2nd down. Make it 3rd and 10. Make it 3rd and 20 for the Rattlers. And Adrian Gonzalez. Low snap. Picks the ball up. Fires it right side. Caught this time inside the 20-yard line. That's close to first down yardage.
And they go right back. Yeah, and they go right back to Gomez, and again, there's no better feeling as a player, as to make up for your mistakes there. I mean, again, he gave him again, this is going to end up being first down, I believe. Or they're going to keep it on, it'll go back down to, what did they bring it?
It's a 16-yard gain, so it's
it was
first 4. It was because of the penalty.
Right.
They were facing 3rd and 20 right there. So
and they're going to go for it, so.
Rattlers in the red zone. Taking a look from the sideline, play clock down to 8 as they now settle down. 2 backs in the backfield on this 4th down play. They'll take the snap, running play right-hand side, hitting the backfield, and down he goes. The Cowboys get a stop.
Yeah, those tackle there, number 8, give credit to him. They're on the Cowboys side. Emilio Salazar, with that tackle there, really brought him down. And the thing is that, if you're Rio Grande City, whenever you take a chance like that and go on fourth, I expected them to go back to the air. And they chose to go to the ground, and, nothing from that. So if they do it again, I expect them to go back to the air.
Cowboys of Porter were down 2 scores moments ago. Returned a kick for a touchdown. Now the defense gets a stop inside the red zone. And their offense onto the field now with an opportunity to drive downfield and not only tie the game, but take a lead with an extra point. Kevin Garcia takes the snap. Running play right side. He's hitting the backfield, and down he goes. 2 defenders right there. Garcia goes nowhere.
Yeah, big hit there by 28 on the Rattler side. David Carrion, for a loss there, and tackling one person one-to-one, it's a lot harder than it looks. Give credit to him staying low, and there's just so much movement by people that it's in an open field, it's harder than it looks. So I'll just say that.
Solo tackles out there, isolated. Sometimes the hardest to do. That's what the big money players are paid on the NFL. Ulysses Guzman, the back of the pass play right-hand side. They got a man. That's caught for a first down out across the 35-yard line. A perfect strike for 15 yards. Second catch for Manuel Sandoval.
Yes, Manuel Sandoval, coming in, and they'll move the chains there. And the thing is that they needed that break there. They had nowhere to go on their previous downs there. They needed to move the chains, and if they want to go into halftime with the game a little bit closer, they're going to need those type of plays. You need to get those 10-plus yards every now and then.
Kevin Garcia now 2 of 3 in the passing game for 27 yards. Sends a man in motion right to left, pitches to the motion man. They'll turn it to the left-hand side out across the 35 to 37-yard line. Sandoval on the carry that time. Matthew Sandoval.
Mark Bettis there with that tackle, and the thing is that it kind of looked like a horse collar there, but the thing is that they say jersey goes. So even if you're brought down by that jersey, they're saying it's going to count. I don't know if you saw that NFL last Sunday, but the hair, they got that running back. Yeah. Anything that just can grab on, it'll work.
4:40 and counting here in the first half. Porter Cowboys with the football. Second down, call it 8 yards to go. Garcia swings a pass right side in the flats. It's caught now down the 40-yard line, 45 sideline, midfield 45. A lot of speed inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Big play for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and big block there by Manuel Sandoval. He just made the catch, and now he creates a big block, and that gives them, that now they're way upfield now, a lot closer. Great block there by Sandoval.
That's a 27-yard gain, and Kevin Garcia now through the air is 3 of 4 for 54 yards. That time he spotted Christopher Cardenas, who turned that into a lot of yards after the catch. Cowboys on first down. Over the middle, that's going to be down outside inside the 30. Another pass completed to Emmanuel Sandoval.
Yeah, he's everywhere tonight. And that's a big player for you. If you're the Cowboys, who's doing a lot of little things for you, blocking and catching and giving you yards. You call those plus players that just give you something everywhere.
It's an 8-yard gain. Emmanuel Sandoval now 3 catches for 35 yards through the air. Second down and 2. Under 4 minutes left here in the first half. Kevin Garcia takes a snap, runs right-hand side, looking for a block. Now he swings a pass in the flats. Caught, and that's enough for a first down. Nice read that time. Emmanuel Sandoval, his 4th catch. This is enough for another first down.
Again, yes. And again, no fear. He knew he was about to get hit, and he was able to keep that concentration and reel it in.
Kevin Garcia. Garcia now 5 of 6 for 66 yards through the air. How about the Porter Cowboys answering after going down 2 scores, returning a kick for a touchdown. Defense bends, doesn't break, and now the offense operating with a new set of downs from the 23-yard line of the Rattlers. Running play left-hand side, and this time throwing forward is Ulysses Guzman. He'll end up gaining a couple, but he was hit at the line of scrimmage. Marking down forward progress for just a 1-yard gain. Tackle was made, I think, by 22.
Luis Peña. Okay, Luis Peña there on that tackle. Sorry, guys.
Second down and 9 coming up for the Porter Cowboys. Kevin Garcia reads right-hand side, steps inside the 20, down to the 15 in a hurry. That's a 9 or an 8-yard gain. 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, this Cowboy line making their presence felt on this drive, and they needed to. Again, going into halftime, 2 minutes and a half remaining. Before halftime, they really need to go ahead and see if they can get into the end zone. That'll be big for them, Joe.
Looking ahead, the Cowboys of Porter will get the football to start the second half. Right now, 3rd and a yard. Under center, Garcia drives forward behind right guard, and depending on the spot, he should easily have a first down. They'll stop the clock with 2:13 remaining in the half and sort it out. But that surge looked plentiful for the Porter Cowboys. It is enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was going to be a big decision. If not, luckily they got that first down there. Gives them another 4 opportunities to get into the end zone.
Now in the red zone, here come the Cowboys. They'll operate in a tight formation this time. They'll still have Garcia back. Now he'll go under center. Offset I formation behind him. Takes a snap. Deep back, catches the ball. That's going to be Garcia. He's in the backfield. Guzman, nowhere to go that time.
That's right. 28 on the Rio side. Again, Carrion, big hit there again, causing that loss and not allowing the Cowboys to get anywhere closer. And the thing is that now that you're second down, big decision again here, like I was mentioning, Joe. Do you continue to put it on the ground knowing that you're closer to the fourth down, or do you go back to the air?
Gabriel Gonzalez that time on the carry. Now, if you're looking for a guy to go to, watch number 88. Lined up on the left-hand side, that's Matthew Sandoval. Garcia rolls out to throw over the middle. Got a man wide open, incomplete pass.
Intended receiver there.
He was looking for Mark Paz, who actually was open over the middle. Wouldn't have been a first down, but it sure would have made third down easier.
Right, yeah, Paz there just couldn't reel it in. And again, big decision here.
Third down. 13 yards to go for the Porter Cowboys. Rio Grande City scored on their first 3 possessions of this football game. Their 4th possession, they were stalled inside the red zone of the Cowboys. Cowboys now on 3rd and 14. Need to get it inside the 3 for a first down. Can get a first down without getting the end zone. Movement on the line of scrimmage, that's 5 yards against Porter.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and go 1-to-1 on the outside. The Rattlers are. Again, you mentioned a big name, Sandoval there. That's who I would probably go to as well.
5 extra yards now makes this third and every bit of 18 yards to go for the Porter Cowboys. And that kind of changes your play call up as well. You're looking at that from a 4-down perspective. If you are, then on 3rd and 14, you want to get at least 6 to 8 yards and then have something manageable to go for. Now you need to get at least 10 to 12 yards to be thinking about 4th and a manageable spot. Garcia lost the ball over the middle. Got a man in the stride. Touchdown, Cowboys. Another catch for Oscar Garcia, 6 on the board.
Yeah, and they needed that. Again, a minute and a half remaining here, and they needed to score to make their presence felt going into the second half. Great catch, great throw. Just a great drive overall.
That's a 23-yard strike to Oscar Garcia, the 3rd receiver in the game to catch a pass for the Porter Cowboys, and the extra point to tie it up. And then I'm telling you, Evie, there's a mystery point that just hasn't been put on the board yet. They may need it now, they being the Rio Grande City Rattlers here on their home field. High extra point is good. Cowboys momentarily with the lead. Kickoff coming up. Minute 25 left in the half.
Don't pass up the savings at Mcallen Furniture. Score big at Mcallen Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here at Rio Grande City, Evie Vasquez to my right-hand side, talking to her Facebook fans, trying to direct them. They're asking, hey, where the game is at? Well, it's on Rio Sports Live, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get a notification every time a game comes on. Tonight, we had 3 of them scheduled. Tomorrow night, I've got 8 of them scheduled, if I can get people in place to cover my Los Fresnos game and to cover my Brownsville game. I'll talk about that at halftime. Kickoff for the Cowboys, a high, short kick. That's going to drop inside. That's a live football picked up by the Porter Cowboys and raced inside the 15 to the 10. That's going to be a turnover. Cowboys take possession.
Right, but the question there, Joe, is did anybody from Rio touch it?
They didn't have to. That's a live kickoff. You got to field that football. And the Porter Cowboys, they can't advance it, so they'll have to take possession at where he caught the ball at the 25-yard line. With a minute 18 left here in the half. And again, remember, the Porter Cowboys are going to get the football to start the second half. And their offense is back on the field. Now, a lot of discussion over on the sideline by the Cowboys. I think that was just a short kick intended to stop any big returns.
118.
The bonus is you get your hands on the football. Cowboys now, 2 receivers left-hand side, single receiver, make it 2 receivers right-hand side. Inside pitch, and this is Matthew Sandoval. Takes off, hit hard, takes on a man, goes to the end zone. He scores. Now will it count? We'll have to take a look because of a penalty.
Yeah, he bounced off of Mark Perez there, and he was able to basically just run over him and walk into the end zone. But there's the flag. We'll see what they're going to end up calling.
That's going to be on the offense, so the Porter Cowboys will have points taken off the board on that one. They had a turnover taken away as a result of a penalty earlier. And now a touchdown taken off the boards. Football spotted back at the 40-yard line of the Rio Grande City Rattlers, and the Rattlers need to make a stand here. It's a 15-yard penalty, by the way, which is the 3rd 15-yarder against the Cowboys here in this first half. Football at the 40 from the right hash mark. Kevin Garcia has been red hot in the passing game, 6 of 8 for 89 yards. On first down here, wants to throw, pressure up the middle, he's going to run. Takes it into the secondary, takes on a tackler at the 20. The 30. Ends up gaining 11. Now the whistle blows. Cowboys going to burn a timeout. Minute 3 left here in the half, and again, we're going back trying to find out where that extra point went. The Rattlers went for a 2-point conversion on their first score and made it, and yet only 7 points was put on the board. And right now they trail by 1. Even if they change that,
They'll be tied.
There'll be no surprise here on my end. There may be some surprise on the Cowboy side of things, but Porter Cowboys, if you understand, if you're just tuning in and you're a Cowboy fan, if the scores change, it's not a trick. It's not a home field advantage thing. They missed it on the first extra point, which was a 2-point conversion on a running play for certain.
Right, and the thing is that this happened right after the first possession, so it's been more than long enough for them to check on it and change it or question it at least, and they haven't. So it might be something that we missed. Well, who knows? But again, their lead just disappeared, in a blink of an eye. A big return like that will do things like that for you, and then when you give up a kick like that, a kick return, what can you expect? And again, they're 30 yards again by going up, almost 10 points here. So
at halftime, I'll run the replays of the first half. You'll be able to watch some of those. Emilio Flores on the camera. We'll get to test his work right then. We get a little grading session going on here. No, we won't grade you, Emilio. Don't worry. Second down play, inside pitch. Now they're going to throw out of this. Looking to throw on the sideline. That's going to be incomplete pass.
Yeah, good hands there. Good way to watch the ball. But 21 there from the Rattlers, J.D. Garza just couldn't come up with it. But great defensive stop there. It'll bring up second down again from the own 30 on the Rio side.
On the Rio Grande City 30-yard line. 57 seconds left here in the first half of play. And a penalty was thrown on that, and so that's going to be against the Porter Cowboys. Going to march them even further back. It'll keep it first down. But now the ball back to the 40-yard line. Offense, you say? Well, 238 yards of offense unofficially for the Rio Grande City Rattlers in the first half. 193 yards of offense for the Porter Cowboys. Those kick returns do not count as offensive yards. So both teams have had some good kick returns to tack on, including a 95-yarder for a touchdown for the Cowboys. Timeout-wise, well, there's 3 left for the Rattlers. 1 remains for the Cowboys of Porter. Here's the call. They'll call that illegal hands to the face, I believe, on the Cowboys. Another big penalty.
Yeah, so you march back 30 yards almost, plus 20 yards. And now it kind of seems, with a minute left, it kind of seems like this is the score we're going to go into with till halftime, which could have easily been, an 8-point lead, 9-point lead for the Cowboys.
Cowboys with the football. Again, this is a bonus possession for the Porter Cowboys. They'll look to throw. Garcia rolling right-hand side from the right sideline, steps out of bounds. Well short of a first down.
Yeah, he had his eyes on Sandoval the whole way. That's, you can tell right away that was his intended receiver. Great defense there by the Rattlers and not allowing him to get open.
5-yard gain, 4th down coming up. Need to test something going on here. Got 2 mics on here. Let's turn one off. That should change the way we sound. Had a little extra stereo going on there. Fans that are watching, if that just changed the audio and it's worse, let me know. If it's the same, no worries. 51 seconds left here, 4th down. Cowboys look to be going for it on 4th and about 18 yards to go. Garcia pressured up the middle. Will go down, a sack for the Rattlers, and that's a big play to close out the first half from the defense.
Big play there by, 60? Looks like number 60, Isaac Benitez by the Rattlers, just to stop them and not allow them to get anything before this halftime. Now they get the ball back with 50 seconds to go. We'll see if they can make some magic happen as they march back down the field, and they'll have 60 yards to go.
They have 3 timeouts, and they have the big play capabilities. They've shown that already on 2 different plays from scrimmage, 80 yards and scores 2 different times in this game. So don't rule out with 50 seconds to go, they're going to sit on it. Quarterback keeper. This is Gonzalez running left-hand side, needs to get out of bounds, or they'll have to use a timeout. Stays in bounds, got near first down yardage, gains 9, timeout called by the Rattlers. 39 seconds left in the half. Rattlers talk it over. The drive continues after this.
We are identity to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
He's resting tonight.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling, Evie Vasquez alongside. Emilio Flores made the trip out here. My wife, that means she was taking a night off, and I don't blame her. She's been working just as hard as I am, trying to keep everything rolling. Second down for the Rattlers after their first time out in the half. They got 39 seconds left here to do something. They'll look to throw. Quarterback rolls right-hand side, fires it in the sideline, incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was a big pressure there by the Cowboys. You know, it just kind of seemed that if he hadn't gotten rid of that just then, he was about to have 4 or 5 of them on him.
Intended pass that time for Felix Rios for the Rattlers. Would have been enough for a first down. 3rd and short. 32 seconds left here in the half. Get a first down. You don't have to burn a timeout if you're the Rattlers, as they'll stop the clock to move the chains. Gonzalez drops back, going to run. He's got a first down. Got it to the Porter 45. Clock stops with 27 seconds left. And if the Rattlers want to hurry, they can. They'll elect to use a timeout instead. Or will they? Not yet. They haven't spotted the ball down yet. Now they do, and the clock starts running. They keep that timeout. Gonzalez swings a pass right-hand side. Caught there by Angel Galvan. Tries to get to the sideline. Got to the 39. Now they'll use a timeout with 14 seconds left.
Yeah, he tried to get out of bounds, just didn't make it, but they'll get a timeout out of it.
That's their second timeout. Adrian Gonzalez to Angel Galvan. Gonzalez in the first half, 4 of 7 in the passing game. He goes over the 100-yard mark, 107 now. Rio Grande City has outgained the Porter Cowboys, 253 to 193 in total offense here in the first half.
Yeah, and that's big, you know, on each side. As I said, Rio was averaging about 250 yards coming in combined, you know, rushing and passing, you know, and they surpassed that just here in the first half. So, you know, both sides, you know, getting the ball into the end zone, and we'll go into halftime with at least 41 points on the board. Rio here trying to score right before it ends, 14 seconds remaining.
I'm saying it's 42. We'll check with the scorekeeper when we get to halftime.
That's true.
Second down and 4 coming up for the Rattlers. Empty backfield for Adrian Gonzalez. Overloads the left side with 3 receivers. Looks left. Receiver screen caught in the flats down to the 30-yard line. That's enough for a first down. 10 seconds left in the half, and the Rattlers will burn their final timeout.
And again, Nunez with the catch there, you know, and again showing that concentration. He knows he's going to get hit, and he continues to just reel it in and get that hit as they call a timeout here. And we have 10 seconds remaining here before we end the first half.
Second catch of the night for Julio Nunez. The first time he caught it, he went 80 yards for a touchdown. This time he gains 7. That's enough for a first down. Adrian Gonzalez now 5 of 8 for 114 yards in the first half. I'll go ahead and keep it here. Reminding you at halftime, we'll be able to watch the bands. We can't turn the microphones on because of YouTube restrictions and trying to get all of that sorted out. That includes some fees. If I again get the advertising dollars set in place, I can pay those fees. Play for the Rattlers, and they're going to attempt a long field goal. This is the 42-yard field goal attempt for the Rio Grande City Rattlers with 10 seconds left in the half. Out of the hold of Adrian Gonzalez. Good snap. The ball is kicked, and it's blocked. Blocked by the Cowboys. Cowboys look to scoop it up. Can they? They do. Running down the left-hand side. That's the final play of the half. A blocked field goal. Well, 3 seconds left. The Cowboys will get one more play.
Yeah, and it just kind of seemed like he just got 2 under it, you know, and we tried to get rid of it. You know, he kind of pulled it low. So, big block and an unfortunate there for Vela, you know, their kicker, who has made 2 here tonight.
Now, do the Cowboys have a kicker that can boom one from about 47 yards away? If they do, bring him in the game. If not, they're going to have to go for just something to close out the half. Cowboys will get the ball to start the second half. This is an absolute free play for Kevin Garcia and the Porter Cowboys. And they will try a field goal. from 47 yards out. This is Oscar Garcia. We talked about his leg earlier, that he had a strong leg. Cowboys will burn their final timeout and then attempt a 47-yard field goal after this.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, Porter Cowboys over there talking things over, and a blocked field goal attempt sets this up, Evie. I don't care who you are. A 47-yard field goal is not a gimme, especially at the high school level.
That's a big, that's something big to ask from anyone. Ask any kicker anywhere.
Oscar Garcia will be the kicker. He displayed a strong leg on some of those extra points, enough that Evie said, we better watch him.
Yeah.
Watch his leg. It looks pretty good. Out of the hole to Kevin Garcia. They'll mark the ball down on the left hash mark. Wind blowing across the field.
Actually, he's blowing against. Yeah, blowing against him.
Kicked away. It's long, and it's not going to be long enough. Fielded by the Rattlers. They'll return. This is a returnable kick out across the end zone, back into the end zone. Now looking for a wall down the right side. Up the field, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and out to the 42. And how about that for a way to end the half?
That's big, as we have a Cowboy player down on the field.
That's a peel black block that knocked off number 77 and Diego Rivera. We hope he's okay. Gets up under his own power. Wow, we had a little bit of everything. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll show you some of the highlights, and then Evie and I will break this one down and, more importantly, talk about some other games that are coming your way. First half in the books here. Is it tied or is it a one-point game? We'll also know that. Back after this.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times. Celebrating every triumph. And lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's Bank.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, that's a Porter Cowboy marching band out on the field. They made the trip out here, and you can see they're dressed in their rain gear. They were expecting a wet night here, and nothing doing on the wetness. It's been a clean played football game. Mother Nature might have been blowing the wind out there a little bit. We did get the explanation on the extra point. Rio Grande City did miss on their first extra point, missed on their second, and have 21-20 is your score. I still don't get it because I know they missed their second one, Evie.
Yeah, that's what I had too.
The first one is what we had the discussion about, and they gave them 7 points and said they missed an extra point. But
Right.
Anyway,
Unless we
your
miss the
score's
blocks somewhere.
correct. 21-20. Never, ever question a scorekeeper. They're not going to be wrong, and they're not this time. That's why we're unofficial scorekeepers. 21-20 is your score. Also talking a little basketball there, Evie. We did the RGV Coaches Basketball Association preseason fundraiser tournament. I was at PSJA's Southwest on Sunday. The banquet is this Sunday, meaning practice starts this week on the girls' side. Games start as early as the following week, and then the first tournament is November 8th on the girls' side. Is that meaning that we're just around the corner for basketball season? From a basketball fan perspective, yes, we are. I get a second?
I'll second that motion, and I'll approve it, and I'll give you whatever else you need.
The fans are excited. We're excited as well. By the way, I was talking to Emilio as we were coming over here. Rio Sports Live, first broadcast ever, was October 19th, 2017. Here we are, October 18th, 2018. So are we a year old today? And tomorrow starts our second year? Maybe. It's been 365 days since we broadcast our first game. Dahlia and I was doing it with a webcam, believe it or not, at St. Joe, Brownsville, St. Joseph. We also did a game in Rio Hondo at the same time. We were at 2 games at the same time. And you talk about some baby steps. We took them. And it was basketball season that really launched us into the limelight, as we are now at 590 games and counting here on Rio Sports Live as we are covering football here tonight. Again, yes, basketball fans, we've got a ton of basketball games coming up. As a matter of fact, I did the numbers. I have enough systems and enough cameras and enough headsets, just enough everything, and enough approvals from schools that would allow us to do the games, that we could cover games starting November 8th here in the Rio Grande Valley, and tournaments involving teams from the Rio Grande Valley. If we went from November 8th to December 27th, which is roughly 2 months, November and December, and we just used the equipment I had, we could do 1,400 basketball games in less than 2 months here on Rio Sports. Now, how do I do that? Advertising dollars. It all comes down to that. This is being funded solely by what you guys see on the advertising side of things. We are doing our part to share with the schools and experience for students. And I had recruiters calling me on my way over today asking me, hey, are you doing the Mission Vets game tonight? Not tonight. Well, if you're going to do one of their games, let me know. I got a coach that wants to watch a kid. Do you have another game that you could show me? Yes. So the want is there. The approval is there. Last year we were going through the baby steps of getting approvals from schools. The approval's there. I could do that many games. I say I. We could do that many games. And Evie, it doesn't sound like it's realistic, but it is. There's 5 girls tournaments starting out the season on November 8th. That's only 5 systems to get that done. If you do every gym in that tournament, that means you've got 2 gyms going on at the same time. It takes 10 systems. We've got 14. The only week we wouldn't be able to cover every gym, every game of every tournament would be December 11th, and we would miss it by 2 gyms. Otherwise, we would have every basketball game played in the Rio Grande Valley from November 8th to December 27th. That's how close we are here on Rio Sports, and that's why I keep asking over and over. We need some advertising sales. I need some advertising sales people. I can go out and talk to businesses. Businesses are saying yes. We need people to get out there and say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to be able to showcase your business out there. Once that's in play, then yes, I'll be looking ever more eager for announcers, for camera operators, and from computer operators' perspectives. But we're that close as we're only a year old. And if you'd have told me that October 19th last year that, hey, Joe, you might be able to do 1,000 games in 2 months, I'd have said, you're crazy. But Evie, you've seen it grow yourself. You've been here.
Right, yeah, and it's been a blessing, just to be a part of it. And I've seen it grow. And the thing is that what makes me the happiest to see this growth is, everybody that it impacts. It doesn't just impact, the people on the stands. It helps the people who are out there on the field or the court, playing. So I am so happy that you're doing this, and I'll be the first one to give you thanks and to you and just for just starting this. And that's all it takes. It takes one person to start knocking on the door and get things running like this, and then people are going to start seeing the positives, not just, at the beginning we were getting coaches saying, oh, scouting purposes and so on and so forth. And, we've come a long way, and we understand that, yes, you're coaching and it's on the line and stuff, but, after we've taken all these steps, you see the growth and you see the impact that it makes, and everybody, I think it's 1 to 10 that I might see that sees this and that, but I see the sky is the limit for Real Sports Live, and I'm just happy to be part of it, and we thank you, and we hope to get to that goal, which is, like you said, getting a camera in every single gym, or every single field coming forward. And I know that the people are they're already asking me, hey, invite me over. I want to go ahead and commentate. I want to go ahead and help you out this way. And it's going to just get growing and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm happy to see what you're doing with this, and we're all very proud of you.
We've come a long way. By the way, we're at halftime here. This is the Porter Cowboy Marching Band. We do have a good football game. 21-20 is the score, with the Cowboys on the road on top of the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Reminding you again, tomorrow we've got football action. It'll be live audio, and with the live audio, we also have the video replays of some of the big games that we've been running. We're getting better and better at getting those replays in on the fly. And I was talking to some of the schools today at Raymondville. They were asking me, so is it audio only? I said, yeah, it's audio, but if the kid scores a touchdown, we go to a commercial break, come back, we'll be able to show the fans. So it's a little better than a radio coverage, which is what it used to start out with. But football games tomorrow, our big one. I'll be making the trip across, and I'll be in Raymondville. Rio Hondo taking on Raymondville. Saturday, I'll be in Brownsville for the Harlingen-Brownsville-Hanna game. That's a live video game. Of course, Evie gets a night off tomorrow night. I'm not sure where she's going to be. I know Billy Watson's making the trip all the way across from Lubbock, Texas. He's staying in San Antonio tonight. He'll be with me doing the game tomorrow in Raymondville for the Rio Hondo Raymondville game. And again, more football coverage coming your way. Yes, fans, tomorrow night, those interested in keeping track of what's happening with San Benito and Harlingen South in a battle for the first place spot in District 32 6A. That takes place in Harlingen. We'll have that game going. My wife will be streaming that one. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go through some numbers for this first half. We'll also show you some highlights, and then we'll get you set. 18 minutes on the clock. The Porter Band continues. Rattler Band will perform after that. That's a preview of the Pigskin. Back after this.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGB in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and a great performance put on by the Porter Cowboys Marching Band. I'm going to try to take a look at some of the highlights, my friends. This is what happened in the first half, if it works. First and goal coming up, and that's a 21-yard gain.
Great blocking by this line and by the receivers as well. I don't know if you were able to see that far side of the field there.
Second and goal, and taking their time at the huddle. Now up to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Rattlers of Rio Grande City. Two backs in the backfield. Quarterback keeper, right-hand side. Touchdown, Rattlers, as Adrian Gonzalez was untouched.
You know, and I think that's why the Rio Grande City.
And you go 3 and out, give the ball back to the Rio Grande City Rattlers on their home field. Could turn into a long night for your defense. Now with 4:37 to go, a new set of downs for Garcia. Keeps Guzman in the backfield. Garcia keeps himself. Has a nice block. Gets across the 40-yard line. That's another first down. He gains 14 yards on the play for the Cowboys.
What is different?
Call it 9 yards to go for the Border Cowboys, and they'll keep the offense on the field. Oscar Garcia lines up as a receiver wide right. Ulysses Guzman, a tailback to the left-hand side. Kevin Garcia, the quarterback, wants to throw over the middle. Got a man in traffic, caught down at the 20-yard line. That's a first down, and they convert on 4th.
You know, that concentration.
Manuel Sandoval on the catch. He caught that in traffic for a first down, and the drive continues now for the Border Cowboys, trying to answer the Rattlers' first score. Running play left-hand side. Garcia turns the corner inside the 10 to the 5, dives to the pylon, and he is just shy out of bounds at the 2. Cowboys now beating on the door, trying to get in the end zone on their first. Garcia shifts backs over on the left-hand side, has a single back behind him under center, turns, hands it off, and here's a running play right side. That is a touchdown. Border Cowboys. Ulysses Guzman in the end zone with 1:44 to go in the first.
By what power by Guzman?
We'll get that done here before I leave tonight, unless we're in a triple overtime and it's midnight when Emilio don't have to drive home. Running play for a pass play. Nice play action over the middle. Caught! What a play by the Rattlers, and this is going to be 6 points right down the middle. And how about that play action pass?
Right, and that's
7 on our scoreboard. Now, understand, fans, if we were to swing over to the Rio Grande City CISD scoreboard here, you would see 13-7, but I think that's going to be changed before it's said and done. Cowboys on the return of the football on the kick. Oh, a big hit delivered right at the 20-yard line. That's the biggest hit. Helmet comes off. How about that hit? Back here on Rio Sports Live, the Rattlers of Rio Grande City run the ball down the right-hand side, and they got another big play coming up. Inside the 45, foot race down the sideline. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Alan Garcia there with what 80 yards, 85 yards there into the touchdown.
Field. This is a high, deep kick, fielded back at the 5-yard line, and up the middle comes Garcia to the 15 in a hurry to the 20. Up the field, 25-30, 35-40. Got to beat the kicker. Midfield, 45-40, down the right sideline. Touchdown coming up, Cowboys. Kick return for 6.
Oscar Garcia.
The right for the return for the Rattlers. Kick is a low kick. It's going to be fielded on the ground by Perez. Runs across the 35 to the 40, 45-yard line midfield, down the 45 to the 40. Takes on a tackler to the 30, down to the 30, into the 25-yard line on the return.
Wow, I just said, you know.
3rd and 20 right there. So
and they're going to go for it, yeah. So
Rattlers in the red zone. Taking a look from the sideline. Play clock down to 8. As they now settle down. 2 backs in the backfield on this 4th down play. They'll take the snap, running play right-hand side, hit the backfield, and down he goes. The Cowboys get a stop.
Yeah, you know that those tackle there, number 8.
Then on 3rd and 14, you want to get at least 6 to 8 yards and then have something manageable to go for. Now you need to get at least 10 to 12 yards to be thinking about 4th and a manageable spot. Garcia lost the ball over the middle. Got a man in the stride. Touchdown, Cowboys. Another catch for Oscar Garcia, 6 on the board.
Yeah, and
get people in place to cover my Los Fresnos game and to cover my Brownsville game. I'll talk about that at halftime. Kickoff for the Cowboys, a high, short kick. That's going to drop inside. That's a live football picked up by the Border Cowboys and raced inside the 15 to the 10. That's going to be a turnover. Cowboys take possession.
Right, but
the audio and it's worse, let me know. If it's the same, no worries. 51 seconds left here, 4th down. Cowboys look to be going for it on 4th and about 18 yards to go. Garcia pressured up the middle. Will go down, a sack for the Rattlers, and that's a big play to close out the first half from the defense.
Big play.
Field goal. This is the 42-yard field goal attempt for the Rio Grande City Rattlers with 10 seconds left in the half. Out of the hold of Adrian Gonzalez. Good snap. The ball is kicked, and it's blocked. Blocked by the Cowboys. Cowboys look to scoop it up. Can they? They do. Running down the left-hand side. That's the final play of the half. Away. It's long, and it's not going to be long enough. Fielded by the Rattlers. They'll return. This is a returnable kick out across the end zone, back into the end zone. Now looking for a wall down the right side. Up the field. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and out to the 42. And how about that for a way to end the half? And they've got it. 2nd down. And that was your plays in the first half, my friends, as we got 10 minutes and 54 seconds left before we get started in the second half. And I don't know what happened in that first half that we couldn't say. I wish it would have, because we had kick returns for touchdown, deep pass plays, long pass runs, long runs from scrimmage, blocked kicks, blocked extra points, blocked field goals. We had it all in the first half. Interceptions, we had everything. Evie, it was exciting football between these two football teams who some would say, they're down in the standings, it's not going to be a good game. It's been a really good game.
Absolutely. And the thing is, touching back, and that's a good point you make there. When you talk about these standings, and yes, both teams are there at the bottom, but just like you said, a win here, a win there could actually get you just that much closer to making into the playoffs. And if you want to be specific, let's go over some of these situations that we have here. In 5A1, Region 4, we have two undefeated teams in Pace and Mission Veterans. So that's first and second place. You got Brownsville Vets by themselves in third at 4-1. We have Donna and Palmview tied for fourth. And you have PSJ with Southwest, right at their heels with one game behind. And if you want to go ahead and look at these two teams here tonight, Rio and Porter, as we talked right before kickoff, Joe, a win here and a win there. To be specific, if Donna is going to be a big game here tonight, once we get the results of what happened in their game, it could actually go the Rio Rattlers way. So a win here would put them at 2-4, and that would actually get Donna to 3-3. So then that would bring them, real close, and within a game, Rio Grande City making the playoffs, possibly up there, fighting for their fourth and final spot.
Then you got to hope that Palmview still has to go through Pace, Mission Vets, and Brownsville veterans, and you get some help on the Palmview side. So, yeah, that Donna game down there is, by the way, that's broadcast on tonight on Rio Sports Live. That Donna game is being carried live from Sam Stadium. The band is out on the field performing for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. When we come back, we'll go over some statistics, but Evie's got a good job getting all those notes together. Man, I wish I had time to put some notes together, Evie. I miss those days. I'll get back to that. Fans, again, how much do I need announcers? Tomorrow night, I'm looking for play-by-play opportunities for the Los Fresnos game and the game at Brownsville. Rio Sports Live, we're growing. I need your help. Back after this.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Colletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Colletti's. Visit collettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we're checking in on that Donna game. Looks like that's a good one down there. EV Mission or Brownsville Veterans taking on Donna. Hey, by the way, fans, I was looking at the standings in this district. Mission Veterans and Pace, both undefeated. They played that game on a Thursday or a Saturday, meaning that'll be live video on Rio Sports. And guess where I'll be on that night when Pace and Mission Vets play? I'll be at that football game. I'm telling you right now. We call it System 1 on Rio Sports. That's what we're trying to gear up right now. We've got 14 systems, and so I'm calling it System 1, and that's the game that people ask, well, Joe, what game are you going to be at? What game are you going to be at? We're just going to start calling that System 1, Rio Sports Live. And once we get System 1 sold out with all the advertising, then we'll have System 2. Mario, Evie, some of the other announcers will be able to say, hey, I'm going here, I'm going here. Joe, you got that game, but there's a great game here. Well, all right, System 2, you go there. And then System 3, System 4. That's the way we're going to do this. We're going to roll it out. With one system last year, we did over 300 games in the blink of an eye. With multiple systems, we can get this thing rolling in a big way. Let's take a look statistically at this football game in the first half as we take a look. These are unofficial statistics. I did a pretty decent job of keeping them this time around, though. And let's take a look first at the yards on the ground. Rio Grande City with 146 yards of offense on the ground and 11 carries. They were 5 of 8 in the air for 114 yards. Porter Cowboys as a team racked up 193 yards of total offense, 104 on the ground, 89 in the air. For the Rattlers, it was Alan Garcia who actually led the team in rushing. He had 1 carry for 85 yards and a touchdown. Behind that, 5 carries for 45 yards for Angel Galvan. That's 9 yards a carry, my friends, for Galvan as your second leading rusher. In the first half, Adrian Gonzalez, the quarterback for the Rattlers, was 5 of 8 for 114 yards. He spread it out to 4 receivers. Julio Nunez reeled in 2, one of those for 80 yards. He had 2 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown. On the visitors' side, again, it was 193 yards of offense, 104 on the ground. They were led by Kevin Garcia, the quarterback, 14 carries for 71 yards. That's better than 5 yards a carry. In the air, Garcia was 6 of 8 for 89 yards. His favorite receiver was Manuel Sandoval, who had 4 catches for 39 yards. Also, Christopher Cardenas, Oscar Garcia with a catch apiece for 27 and 23 yards, respectively. Ulysses Guzman, the tailback for Porter, 6 carries, but he was limited to 14 yards. So if he gets on pace, Porter Cowboys' numbers would go up. Our score, 21-20. There's 3 minutes left as the Rattler Marching Band wraps up one of their final performances before they head off to Pigskin. Cowboys are already out taking some warm-ups. By the way, we got a game. Brownsville Veterans leading 6-0 against Donna, and that has implications on the standings on the district, including Rio Grande City trying to stay alive for a playoff spot. Will they win this one? They got to get past Porter right now, who looks good and is on top. Back after this, we'll get close to the second half kickoff. This is Rio Sports Live.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Don't pass up the savings at Mcallen Furniture. Score big at Mcallen Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
this close.
We are this close
Of wanting
to making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com at halftime, and the Porter Cowboys have not only made it out of the halftime break, they've warmed up in the end zone and already standing on the sideline and already have the kick return team ready to run on the field. Meanwhile, the Rattlers are just now congregating over there inside the tunnel, and they'll be coming out onto the field to start the second half. Down one are the Rattlers, but again, they're eyeballing some opportunities that are right in front of them. A victory here, and then if they can get some help down in Brownsville from Brownsville veterans, sets up a big game next week against the Donna Redskins, Evie, and a breath of life. They're going to need some help. Someone's going to have to knock off Palmview, but they can take care of one of the teams that are above them in the standings, and that's all you start asking as a coach. Let everything else play out. You can't control that. But if you can knock off some teams that are ahead of you in the standings, then get it done. But first of all, you got to get past this Porter Cowboy team, and that looks to be as tough a chore as any right now.
Yes, it does. And the thing is, like you just said, baby steps, because, you know, after you see Donna, you see PSJ Southwest, who's having a decent season themselves. Okay, so that's not going to be a walk in the park. And then you have Pace to end the regular season. So that's an undefeated team up till now. That's going to end up being possibly a playoff do-or-die game to go in. Because, again, you need to help yourself, not just ask for help from others. So, yes, it's always good to get help. But, again, Joe, we can't forget that you have to also try to take control of your own, destiny. Again, we talked about their unfortunate injuries coming into the season and to start off the season, especially to their quarterback. But, fortunately, they have a great quarterback in Gonzalez here who has a great arm and is showing it off here tonight, who's really been able to help them. So, it's going to be a very, very tight race to end the regular season.
Rattlers on pace to put up 500-plus yards of offense here tonight. You can't say anything bad about that. Porter Cowboys lead by 1. They took advantage of opportunities and put the ball in the end zone when needed, and more importantly now, got the one extra point that has them with the lead. Rattlers will kick the ball off as we start the second half, and thanks again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com. Highlights of this game will come up at the end. I'll put them on Facebook first, and then they'll be on YouTube. But, hey, you also can watch this game in its entirety and watch the first half. It had a lot of good plays that are worthwhile as far as watching this game, including kick returns for touchdowns. So we got to watch everything that plays out. Last time the Cowboys lined up in kick return formation, 95 yards to the house. Kickoff this time is a deeper kick back inside the 5 into the end zone, and that's one way to prevent a return. Cowboys will take over at their 25, 1st and 10, and away we go to start the second half. Take a look, if you can, Evie, on when that Brownsville Pace Mission Vets game is. It's coming up. It's down the line. It's coming closer and closer. I want to say it's next weekend on Saturday.
Let me get that for you ASAP.
Porter Cowboys bring the offense on the field. Kevin Garcia has been the quarterback. He's been running the show. 14 carries for 71 yards, and through the air, 6 of 8 for 89 yards. Lines up Ulysses Guzman to his right-hand side, 2 receivers right side on the first play of the second half. Play action, swings it, receiver screen, 5-yard gain and a little more out to the 30-yard line. Quick hit as Christopher Cardenas gets his second catch of the night.
Credit Jesse Morin there with that tackle, after, again, some great running plays there, and stops him just about 5 yards short of that first down. Brings up second down.
Second down play, Garcia at one time had rattled off 5 completions in a row. Starts off here the second half with a short route, 5-yard completion to Cardenas. Cardenas lines up wide left. Sandoval out there on the left-hand side too, and here comes Garcia running left. Tries to tuck it upfield. Wrapped up across the 31. Third down coming up quickly. 2 plays already third down. Call it 4 yards to go for the Cowboys on this opening drive. Clock running with 11:03 to go here in the third quarter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching us here, my friends. You can get the notification that's coming. And our Facebook. If you're not on our Facebook, I please ask you to follow our Facebook, and I'll tell you why after this play. Garcia runs the ball, and he goes nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and a 3-and-out is a good start if you're a Rio Grande City Rattler fan to start this second half. Now, here's why I want the Facebook followers. We are 65 short of reaching 10,000 followers, and I wanted to get there by our birthday. And that's tomorrow on RioSportsLive.com. I think we'll get there. I really do. Bets at Pace, October 27th. That's 9 days from today. That is next Saturday. Kickoff, or a punt that is, coming up by the Porter Cowboys. It's going to take a roll for the Cowboys down to the Rio Grande City Rattler 40. Good field position for the Rattlers to start the drive. Evie, the defense gets the job done to start the second half.
Yeah, that opening possession is always important, just like we talk about, as a former basketball coach. You always want to start off any half, whether it be the start of the game or the start of the second half, on a strong note, on a good note. And that was, not very impressive there to start off the second half. But again, they started off slow in the first half, and they actually came back and they took off that deficit on the Rio Grande City lead pretty quickly. So we'll see what gets going here.
Adrian Gonzalez sends a man in motion left to right. He pitches the handoff to Lopez. Lopez turns upfield, got to about the 44-yard line. That's his first carry of the night. Abuelito Lopez.
Yeah, that was a great, and he missed a tackle that would have probably cost him a loss there. He was able to get past that, that defense and gain that extra yards there.
Sidestep the man to get the 4-yard gain. Make it a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up. 9:41 to go in the third quarter. 3 receiver set, left-hand side this time for the Rattlers. And Adrian Gonzalez shifts a man out of the backfield. Empty backfield on this second down play. Drops back to throw. Here comes pressure. Fires it right side. Caught. Midfield stripe and then down on his own. That's a quick catch by Angel Galvan. That's enough for a first down. That's a 9-yard gain.
As soon as you saw him in motion, you can tell he wanted the ball and they were going to him. He's been great the first half. He's going to be probably big the second half, and he'll be a key for them trying to close this game out.
Adrian Gonzalez now 6 of 9 for 123 yards in the air. On first down here, man in motion. They'll fake the handoff there. Here comes Galvan up the middle. Down inside the 40-yard line. Brought down at the 38. 12 yards on that. Make it 15 on that carry. .849 and counting. Here in the third, Rattlers scored on their first 3 possessions of the football game. At one time led 20-7. Empty backfield again on first down, and then the whistle blows. Here comes a penalty flag. False start on the Rattlers.
And that's something that you really didn't see too much there in the first half. The Rattlers really didn't have too many penalties. It was the Cowboys who ended up getting burned by them when they could have possibly been in the end zone twice more if it hadn't been for those penalties in the first half.
4 penalties now for 25 yards for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Can count 3 15-yard penalties against the Porter Cowboys in the first half, including one that negated a score, another that negated an interception. On first down, handoff, and here comes Galvan. Takes it back across the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. Gain 4, 2nd and long coming up.
Luis Armendariz with that tackle there quickly went to the feet, and it seems that that's where, if you're going to take Galvan down, that's where you have to go. Up top, you're not really going to bring him down. You have to go to the feet with this young man.
2nd and 9, empty backfield for Adrian Gonzalez. For the Rattlers of Rio Grande City, wants to throw, quick swing right side. Caught, big hit, delivered. Receiver stays on his feet and takes it down the sideline. Val Gomez, touchdown. What a play. He said, I'm not going down today, to the house.
Impressive. He spun on that first tackle and was able to go ahead and get the defender off from nice, quickly, and fast, like they say, for that touchdown. Nothing bigger that they can do to start off the second half on their first possession to get that quick score.
34 yards, and you talk about yards after the catch. How about 33 of those 34 after the catch, including after a hit that could have stopped him right there. Rattlers on top looking for the extra point. I'm going to watch these more closely, I'll promise you. 2-point conversion attempt. Quarterback rolls out, looks, throws it in the middle. It's going to be picked off by the Cowboys, and that's going to be no good. And so 26-21, that's your score. Third quarter continues. Kickoff after this.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times. Celebrating every triumph. And lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here, Rio Grande City on a Thursday night. Joe Bowling, Evie Vasquez, Emilio Flores on the camera. 7:36 left in the third quarter. Rattlers back on top as we start the third quarter with Rio Grande City. And the touchdown. Rattlers to kick it off. Another one goes in the end zone, and they're taking all that return stuff away from the Porter Cowboys. They'll return one for 95 yards in the first half, and now the Cowboys back on the field trail. Not the first time tonight, Evie.
Yeah, it's not the first time, and the thing is that any team is being explosive at any single possession. So it's 5 points right now. It will be just one score, and the thing is that they're scoring at will. So the thing is that this game is far from over right now.
Cowboy offense back on the football field. They went 3 and out on their first possession here in the second half. That was rare in the first half for either team. Garcia takes a snap, rolling right-hand side, going to fire a pass out in the flats. It's caught by Cardenas. Cardenas rattles out across the 34 to the 30, right at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and those are the plays that really cost you.
Calling back out at the 31-yard line. So it's a gain of 6.
A gain of 6, yeah. And the thing is that anytime you gain more than 5, that's something that your offense gets momentum on. And the thing is that you once you start getting hot and these teams are feeding off of their scores, it just continues to get the momentum going.
2nd and 4, running play up the middle, spinning forward, and see where they spot Ulysses Guzman down. Looks like he's a yard or so short of a first down. 3-yard carry. 3rd and 2, a long 2 for the Porter Cowboys. And if you're the Rio Grande City Rattlers and you can get another 3 and out right here, advantage has swung in your direction. Momentum right there for the taking. Garcia had some big conversions in the first half. Going to run it this time, and he's got a first down easily across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Needed 2, gain 5.
Right, yeah, and the thing is that they're going to move the chains now. And again, these are the drives that kind of cost you Rio Grande City because of the fact that they're chipping away, nice and slow, but yet they're being effective. So that moves the chains down close to midfield now, and that's just the way these two teams have been playing, 1 or 2 plays away from possibly getting into the end zone.
First down for the Cowboys. This is their second possession of the second half. We had a quickly played first quarter. Second quarter kind of settled in. Then we had the halftime break, and here we are already halfway through the third quarter. Running play, that's a slow developing play, and that goes nowhere. Tailback never able to get his shoulders going forward. Gabriel Gonzalez on the carry, but he'll gain nothing. They give a kind spot. Yeah. Rattlers strung that out, but again, there was no one coming downhill. No one heading into that defense. They were just all kind of waiting.
Well, the thing is that Arevalo, for the Rattlers, Arevalo, and Carreon, were able to go ahead and read that offense there. And the thing is that they went away from the block and they were able to just stop them there quickly.
Called sliding down the line to keep the running back in front of him. Pass play this time. That's going to be caught on the right-hand side. New receiver in the mix this time. And that's going to be a 9-yard gain. And another completion for Kevin Garcia. This time he finds Jorge Flores. Gain on the play of 8.
We're starting to get a small and soft mist here tonight. You know, and sometimes that's just enough to make the game even that much more interesting.
It's expected to rain tonight, tomorrow, and into Saturday. Matter of fact, I'll talk about that. Garcia before the snap. Now it gives me a chance to talk it over. Penalty flag. I've talked to a couple of different coaches already who have games scheduled tomorrow night, who are already eyeballing what-if scenarios if the rain comes in that they're expecting. And there are games that are being looked at to be moved into Saturday and other games that are being looked at to be moved beyond Saturday into a couple of weeks from now. As again, remember, all of these are district games. But again, this rain could play a factor. So we've got games scheduled on our Rio Sports broadcast, but that may change. Garcia now faces 3rd and 8. Drops back, has some time, flushed out of the pocket, gets away from that man. Still looking downfield, turns, squares up, now over the middle, incomplete pass.
And the thing is, the defense, you know, the safety here for Rio Grande City, or the linebacker, Carrion, he was going to go for that sack, but he knows this quarterback has a good arm. He has a good enough arm to beat you if you make that mistake. So he had to hold back, and he actually had an attempt there to midfield to get some yardage, but just a little bit underthrown. That would have been big there, Joe, if they would have been able to convert that.
Incomplete pass, though, by Garcia. Now punting time for the Cowboys. Good snap is back, and the kick is away. Low spiraling kick, takes a Cowboy roll inside the 25. Will roll down around the 22, and that's where Rio Grande City takes over. Rattlers with a 5-point lead. Offense on the field after this. Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office. Back here, RioSportsLive.com at Rio Grande City on a Thursday night. Rio Grande City taking on Brownsville Porter. First down play, inside handoff, and on the run for the Rattlers across the 25 to the 30, up into the 35-yard line, but that's enough for a 13-yard carry on first down. Lopez, who was not used in the first half, gets a 13-yard carry there.
Yeah, I think he only probably had one touch that first half. You know, Abel Lopez there with that great catch, and well, not such as a catch, but just a run there as they caught him in motion.
Second carry of the night for 16 yards now. Man in motion. They'll fake that but hand it off. Here comes a running play to the right-hand side. That's down across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Downhill running Angel Galvan ends up gaining 7.
Yeah, and it seemed like he almost had gotten the first down, but he was pushed out just short. I had him a little bit, about a yard ahead, but they're going to go ahead and still need 3 yards to get that first down.
Second down for the Rattlers, 3:13 and counting. This is just the second time the Rattlers offense has been on the field here in this third quarter, and already down to 3 minutes left. Gonzalez keeps it back in the backfield. That's Galvan to his right side. Appears to be changing the play up at the line of scrimmage. Play clock is down to 9 as Gonzalez has plenty of time. Let's it tick down to 5, takes a snap, drops back. Here comes pressure. He's hitting the backfield, and down he goes. Sack on the play and a loss of 6.
Gomez was wide open here to his right, and that's where I thought he was going to get going, you know, and he's somebody that was big for them last game when we were here, you know, and Felix Gomez really hasn't been a target tonight. We've seen his great hands at work. We'll see if they'll go to him here again. He was wide open on that play. I'm sure that that won't happen again. I'm sure he'll hit him if he's open.
That was a loss of 11 on the play, at least. Gonzalez, empty backfield now on 3rd and 11 for the Rattlers. Drops back to throw, has some protection this time. Deep ball down the middle in traffic. That's going to be incomplete.
Nearly picked off there by 21. Gabriel Gonzalez, the sophomore, almost picked off there. It was overthrown. And again, here comes the kicking team for Rio. As again, not the way they wanted to end this possession, but that penalty really got them there.
Fourth down play coming up, and the wind is blowing and the rain is coming down a little stronger now as that wind is coming out of the north. I'm really glad I'm in the press box now.
You and me both.
Punting time, and that's nearly blocked. A good punt, though. Returnable for the Cowboys. Across the 30-yard line, looking for a wall to the 35 to the 40. Spinning out across the 45-yard line to the midfield stripe. Cowboys with great field position on that punt return.
That punt return there by Gabriel Gonzalez as he refused to go down, and it nearly took the whole defense to just one man. Great run there, great return.
So the Cowboys send the offense out onto the field. And with the ball spotted at the 49 of the Rattlers, this is great field position in this third quarter. Minute 57 left. First down play for Kevin Garcia. Turns, swings a pass. Left-hand side, good receiver screen and some room. Across the 39 to the 40-yard line of the Rattlers. That's a 9-yard catch by Christopher Cardenas and a good-looking play.
Yeah, good-looking play there, Cardenas. You know, the thing is that the corner was off and way too much, so they gave him room not just to run forward, but to actually stop on a dime, return, and catch it right on his chest. So, you know, the corner was just a little bit off of him there off the line.
Garcia now 10 of 13 in the passing game for 117 yards. A lot of yards after the catch by his receivers here tonight. 2nd and 1. This is a free play here. Garcia just going to run it. Penalty flag comes raining in there. That's about as high as I've ever seen a penalty flag thrown by an official.
Yes, and the thing is that it was right at the line.
Thing
so
soared up in the air.
It might have been some early movement there. It's right at the line.
Garcia would have had a first down with ease. Now that free play may turn into 2nd and 6. See what the call is. One official standing where Garcia went down, which would have been enough. Now and the official shouldn't have moved. He was right there. Stay there. They could either take a five. They would gain a yard if they took the penalty, but they've already said they declined it. So first down, give the gain to Garcia, and the chains will move for the Porter Cowboys, who now have 232 yards of offense on the night.
And again, you don't want to get into a penalty game here for either side. You know, again, that costing them a first down there when possibly they could have just done one more down and got him out.
Garcia ready, takes a snap, rolls out right side, swings it right side to Cardenas. He drops it. Incomplete pass. I don't think that would have gone anywhere had Cardenas caught that ball because there were defenders right there in his grill. Minute 7 left here in the third quarter. Coming to you from Rio Grande City on a Thursday night, October 18th, 2018. I'm Joe Bowling. Evie Vasquez to my right-hand side. Emilio Flores on the camera. His job to keep me awake going home tonight, at least to La Feria. Oh, he's already sleeping. Never mind. 2nd down play. Garcia rolls out, looks to throw. Has time, has a lot of time. Directing traffic. Now he gets rid of the ball. That's up for grabs. And picked off by the Rattlers. Across the 25, but a penalty flag on the play. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, interception there by Jose Arevalo. You know, and that's always a dangerous pass. When you're on a run and you turn to the side, you do this type of Patrick Mahomes type of throw. You know, it's always a dangerous throw there.
The pick will stand. That's an ineligible player downfield on the penalty flag against the Porter Cowboys, so the interception sticks. And the Rio Grande City Rattlers will have the football. They take over here at their own 28-yard line with a 5-point lead and 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Rattlers would like to get back up 2 scores. They had a 2-score lead in the first quarter. That evaporated in the span of about 15 seconds with a return of a kick for a touchdown. Then another drive later, Cowboys had the lead. Handoff, this is going to be Galvan. Galvan to the 31. Nice tackle made there. Coming over to make the stop was Leo Lopez. Short gain by Galvan. Call it 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, and second downs have actually been good for Rio. You know, they've been able to convert, big yardage on second down. So this is going to be a big play for them here in this possession.
2nd down play for Adrian Gonzalez and the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Out of a shotgun formation. Low snap. Play action, swings a pass, right side. It's going to be caught. That's close to first down yardage. About a yard short. Another catch for Val Gomez.
Yeah, that's going to be close there, and that'll be big.
They'll mark it down.
About a yard short, right?
About a yard short. 6 yards on the catch. Gomez, 3 catches tonight, 56 yards. Gonzalez now 8 of 12 for 163 yards in the air. and 2 touchdowns. Third, and call it a yard. Clock stops with 19 seconds left here in the third. Gonzalez has Galvan to his right-hand side. Man in motion is Lopez. Handed off, and a quarterback keeper. And what a read. First down and more in the secondary, down to the 49-yard line. And that's all Gonzalez.
I don't know if that play was designed like that or if that was just a quick reaction there. And he said, I'm keeping this. My running back's about to get leveled by 2 Cowboys. I better take this myself. So either way, that ends the third quarter. But again, either way, that was a big possession there, and that gives him a first down at midfield going into the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter coming up. This is RioSportsLive.com.
They're going to end up going the
Back
opposite
here,
way.
RioSportsLive.com, fourth quarter, first play of the final 12 minutes on the clock. Pass play for the Rattlers as Gonzalez rolls right. Now he's just going to keep it. Here comes penalty flags. This one's coming back. Yeah. He ends up gaining 7, but when they come raining in like that and you're running that direction, at least one of your guys is holding.
Is holding, pushing, doing something not legal.
Reminding you, we've got football action tomorrow night. I'm at Raymondville, weather permitting. We have the Harlingen South at San Benito game. We've got games in PSJA Stadium, games at Edinburgh.
Who's going to be doing that South game?
It'll be Aaron Signs will be doing the broadcasting, and my wife Dahlia will be streaming the game. I was going to join that crew, but I had to go.
That's going to be a really good game.
I'm going to Raymondville for that Rio Hondo Raymondville game. I'm still looking for some help in Los Fresnos tomorrow night and in Brownsville. Mario's going to be gone. His son's playing his first college game.
I remember those days.
Pass play for Gonzalez. Swings it, has a man, incomplete.
And he had Nunez there, just a little bit overthrown. And the thing is that if anything was going to go ahead and work for them, it was going to be that. He was definitely going to get that first down there. He had him wide open. Not very common mistake there by Gonzalez. He's been on target pretty much all night.
8 of 13, 163 yards. He's now missed 2 of his last 3 after completing 5 in a row. Second down and every bit of 18, make it 20. Second and 20 to go. Got to get to the Porter Cowboy 42-yard line for a first down. Gonzalez sets up a screen pass, finds Lopez, trying to do it on his own. Gets to the 40, thrown violently out of bounds there. 2-yard swing pass to Lopez.
And again, he's been one of those keys that whenever you're in trouble, his hands always seem to be helping you out. And just right there, he wasn't able to get much yardage, but he's been a key player here tonight for the Rattlers.
5 different receivers now have caught passes for Rio Grande City. 11-13 and counting here in the ball game. Empty backfield. On third down and 18 yards to go. Gonzalez with a deep drop. Now he fires the ball downfield. Got a man this time, and it's incomplete at the 30. Right into the hands. Nunez couldn't hold on.
And again, that's the second pass he drops, in this drive. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline saying that could have been in the end zone again, which would be the third one here tonight where the Rio Rattlers just can't, they shoot themselves in the foot.
Coaching staff up above us, you could hear it. There he is. And then the big groan. Oh, just so close. Porter Cowboys breathe a sigh of relief. Their defense will get off the field. Their offense will get their hands back on the football, and back to return a punt is Gabriel Gonzalez. He stands at his 25. Any kind of return here, Porter's got good field position. Low kick, he's going to field it on a hop at the 30. Hit hard at the 32-yard line, and so much for that return. Blown up that time by the Rattlers.
Yeah, big hit there by Angel Vargas, as he was able to just level him, and bring him down there at the close to the 30-yard line.
10:49 to go here in this fourth quarter. Porter Cowboys offense has been held in check here in this second half. It was a 21-20 Cowboy lead at the halftime break. But again, every time it was absolutely needed, that's when the Porter Cowboys came to life. Garcia brings them up. On the night, 10 of 15, 117 yards. On the ground, 18 carries, 79. Going to throw it this time. Out in the direction of Cardenas. Down the sideline. Cardenas has a first down and a bunch more to the midfield stripe and a first down for the Cowboys.
First half, you had people like Sandoval. Second half, you have Cardenas leading the receivers here for the Cowboys and just making his impact, known, and how good his hands are, as he's bringing up big yardage for the Cowboys.
Becomes the leading receiver. 5 catches now, 63 yards, averaging better than 12 yards per touch. In the air is Christopher Cardenas. Meanwhile, Kevin Garcia now 11 of 16 for 133 yards. Takes a snap here, going to run it himself. Left-hand side across the midfield stripe into Rio Grande City territory, down to the 44. That's a good 7-yard gain on first down for Kevin Garcia.
Right, and it almost seems that every single time the Cowboys have crossed midfield, something good has happened for them. So we'll see if they continue this drive here as they pick up, they're still here in that second down. That'll be big for them.
Call it 2nd and 7. Clock running. We're under 10 minutes left in the ball game. For Kevin Garcia, 19 carries, 86 yards on the ground for the Porter Cowboys. He's had a solid night, to say the least. Keeps Guzman to his right side. Cardenas wide right. Looks in direction. He's going to find Sandoval. Makes a man miss. Sandoval down to the 35-yard line. That's a first down. 9 yards on the catch for Manuel Sandoval.
Those two have really been a show here tonight. Cardenas and Sandoval have really been big for the Cowboys as, again, they come up big and get another first down for them.
Sandoval now with 5 catches for 48 yards. He's averaging just under 10 yards per catch. First down play for the Cowboys of Porter from the 35-yard line of the Rio Grande City Rattlers. 9:20 and counting here in this ball game. Garcia drops back, hands the ball off. Here come the penalty flags. Blow it dead.
And again, it's never good when it's right at the line. That's not going to be positive if you're the offense.
5-yard penalty against the Cowboys. Little bitty 5-yard penalties have stalled more drives than I can count on my hand in the number of games I've announced. It's been a few.
That's right. Big shout out over here. We got Coach Hinojosa from Los Fresnos who was about to start, making a comment saying. He's got
one of the best basketball tournaments of the entire year this year.
Gyms, tournaments, you call it. And he's also winning these tournaments. But shout out to him as he's saying the Lakers are back and they're about to start.
I got LeBron on my
coach,
fantasy team tonight.
Hinojosa.
First down play for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 15. They'll pass it in the flats. That's incomplete. Nice hit delivered right as the ball got there.
Big hit there. I believe that's number 9 there, Tony Salazar, the defensive back, as he's able to break that up.
Boys basketball tournament, Los Fresnos has one this year, and it's a good one. He's bringing in teams from outside the valley to take on some of the best in the Rio Grande Valley in the preseason. And that'll be one of our games. I've already circled that as I talk about where System 1's going. If I'm in San Perlita for System 1 in the first week of boys tournament, I'm in Los Fresnos during that week. I'm telling you right now. Second down play coming up for the Cowboys. Garcia drops back to throw, pressured. Gets away from the man, shows some great speed. Got a great block, too. Oh, no, it's not. Not such a great block. There's a penalty.
Yeah,
coming back.
That's going to be against Ulysses Guzman. It looked like a clean block from here, but I guess we missed something there, maybe from the back, a push there from the back.
Got him in the side.
That's what they're going to be calling
and
from
behind. Low, too. Take a look at the call. Young man's down as they attend to him. Official will march off some yards, and it may be a big one. We'll take a look at that and more after this.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank, For 35 years, the Valley's Bank.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and players shaking up a little bit for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. We hope he's okay. Porter Cowboys, meanwhile, after the penalty, will have the ball back at the midfield stripe. They got to get it inside the 26, near the 25-yard line. So it's 25 yards to go on second down for the Porter Cowboys. 8:44 left here in this ball game, meaning clock's not your mortal enemy yet, but it sure could be in a hurry for the Porter Cowboys. They give this ball back to Rio Grande City. Down 5. Garcia, second down. Drops back to throw. Looking. Garcia, a lot of room. Pocket gives up. Now he's going to run. Takes it upfield. Got to the 45. Not much there. 5-yard gain. Needed a bunch.
Yeah. Jordi Acevedo coming. He was looking for that big hit. Luckily, he, this quarterback on the Cowboys side was able to slide right under him. If not, he would have been leveled there, too. He was already, he was coming after him. Acevedo surely was.
Give credit downfield to those secondary guys for the Rio Grande City Rattlers, because there was time for Garcia to look downfield and check off a couple of receivers, but everyone was covered. Third down. 19 yards to go for the Cowboys. Single back in the backfield this time is Adrian Gonzalez. Here comes pressure up the middle. Man open, but an incomplete pass. As pressure came up the middle, Oscar Garcia had no chance to reel that in. Fourth down.
Oscar Garcia being big for them. He's playing a big game here tonight as well. His hands have been great, but just couldn't come up with it. It was just underthrown too much.
Cowboys will now try to play field position and try to pin the Rio Grande City Rattlers deep in their own territory and then trust the defense to get the ball back. Garcia stands back at his 40-yard line. Nobody back to return this punt for the Rattlers of Rio Grande City. Garcia takes a low snap, gets the ball, gets the kick away. Penalty on the play. Takes a roll inside the end zone. Now we'll sort out the penalty, which is in the secondary of the Rattlers, meaning it may be too many men on the field.
That's a good guess. But I guess the most important thing here, as we talked about earlier, you don't want to get into a penalty game or a penalty contest, especially when it's this close and you're in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. You just don't want to get into that.
Now called against the Cowboys, declined penalty. Rattlers take over after this.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGB in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today.
About the standings.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, Evie Vasquez checking out her notes, making sure she's got everything, and she says, I've got it all. Everything I got down, we've talked about. That's good. Low snap. Look out. Rattler's going to get on it, but inside the 8-yard line. Quarterback was still looking at the defense when that snap came back there, and a heads-up play just to recover the ball for the Rattlers, but now they're back in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, fortunately, they were able to land on it.
Angel Galvan recovered that fumble. That's a loss of 13 for the Rattlers, and the ball sits back at their own 7-yard line. So now the Cowboys, who wanted to get good field position out of this exchange, have an opportunity for their defense to make a play. Out of a shotgun, Gonzalez takes a snap, inside pitch, running across the 5 to the 10 to the 15, out across the 15 to the 20, getting a lot of those yards back as Elias Cobos on his first carry of the night. Marked down, but not before he gets to the 24. That's a 19-yard gain for Cobos.
Another one who's been kind of quiet here tonight. He had a big game last time we were here.
It's his first carry, 19 yards on that one. Third down, it's a manageable 7. If you looked at it from 2nd and 23. Gonzalez looks to throw. Has a man. It's caught. They'll run it out across the 30. That's a first down and some more yards after the catch. Down the right side, spinning out of bounds. That's a first down for the Rattlers of Rio Grande City. Alan Garcia.
And I was about to say, where's the flag? It just kind of seemed that it went to his helmet there, or at least, somewhere where they brought him down and you could tell that was an awkward tackle.
Penalty on the play. Yeah, that'll be against the Cowboys. So that's a good first down. 17 yards on the completion, and then a 15-yard penalty. And this went from 1st and 23 from their own 6 to now 1st and 10 from the Porter Cowboy 36. And how has that changed? With 6:16 left in this game, the direction the Rio Grande City Rattlers were moving. Gonzalez now on first down. Sends a man in motion left to right. That's Garcia. Fakes the pitch there. Hands it off, and here comes Galvan. Gets away from a tackle. Runs through another. Drags another man. Runs over another and gains 9.
Yeah, that took at least 5 Cowboys to bring him down. You know, he was able to miss the first tackle, and as soon as he powered it, a few more yards, he met about another 3 or 4, and that's how many it took to bring him down, as we have an injured player down here in the backfield.
Galvan ends up with 9. 11 carries, now 70 yards in the game. As they attend to that player, it's a Cowboy down. Back after this.
Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, one of the players shaken up on the Cowboys sideline, but he makes his way out on his own power, so hopefully he'll be okay for their team efforts. Meanwhile, Adrian Gonzalez and the Rio Grande City Rattlers on 2nd and 2. Will hand the ball off and sweep it right side on a jet sweep. It's Alan Garcia. He's got a first down as he takes it inside the Cowboy 25. That's good enough for a 7-yard gain and a first down for Garcia.
And why not? He's been good for you this drive. Why not keep on going to him if he's giving you those yards?
He caught his first pass of the night during this drive, and that's just his second carry. Remember, his first carry was for 85 yards and a touchdown. Read option this time. Kobos takes it left side. Runs through a tackle, gets stood up, thrown backwards there. Still ends up gaining 7 on the play. And the Rattlers have just found a real good flow here as they go over 400 yards of total offense on the night during this drive.
And they've done it multiple ways. They've gone through the air. They're getting men in motion. They're using their running backs. They're doing it very productively.
234 on the ground, 182 in the air. They'll look for some more this time from Adrian Gonzalez right up the middle. Tucked his head at the 15. If he got to the 14, it's a first down. They'll mark him short by a yard. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Clock running with 4:39 to go in the football game. Rattlers of Rio Grande City now starting to take a look at clock management. Play clock at 20. They're still getting the play from the sidelines. See how far Gonzalez takes it down before he takes the snap. It's at 13 as he sets him down. Down to 10, man in motion. Takes a snap. Here's the pitch. It's going to be Garcia running right side. Garcia to the 5. Garcia to the house. Touchdown! Rattlers of Rio Grande City. Alan Garcia.
They must have ran that play 3 or 4 times this drive. And, at this time, this is where it gave him the most yardage and obviously the score here. When you get Garcia there in motion, and he was the biggest player here on this drive. Big touchdown there for Garcia.
15 yards on the carry, a second touchdown of the night, and the Rio Grande City Rattlers are up 2 scores, looking for the extra point. 4:11 to go.
Vela has been working quite often here tonight.
Good snap, ball down, kick up into the wind, and good. Rattlers up 12. Kickoff coming up after this.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Switch over.
Back
so you
here
can
on
watch it.
RioSportsLive.com. Evie's still talking over with her Facebook friends and coaches that are watching this game or are just keeping track of what we're doing by watching the Facebook side of things. Remember, Rio Sports Live, we will be having our games live on Facebook and YouTube again. It's coming real soon. They threw the curveball at me, use a baseball term. August 15th, right as we were getting ready to start the season, Facebook said, not through that streaming service and not through any streaming service, so you got to do it your own way. Build your own server, which we're doing, and we've just about got it in place. So we'll be there soon enough. 4:11 to go in this football game. Rio Grande City, for the second time of the night, has a 2-score lead. The last time they went up 2 scores, there was a 95-yard kickoff return. This kick is a low roller, takes a big hop back to the return men at the 20. On the run to the 25-yard line, out across about the 27 on the return by Adrian Gonzalez. And so the Porter Cowboys will take over. 4:05 left here in the football game. Trailing to the Rio Grande City Rattlers by 12 points.
And this will be big for the Cowboys. How fast, if so, can they get into the end zone and get some points up there? You know, they're down pretty big right now, but at the way that either teams have been scoring, they can switch in the blink of an eye.
According to the scoreboard, neither team has any timeouts remaining here in this ball game. Garcia looks to throw. Over the middle, tipped and incomplete, nearly picked off.
Intended receiver there, Oscar Garcia.
And tipping that ball and nearly picking it off was
Jordi Acevedo.
Incomplete pass. Porter gets a new life on that. Just like that, Kevin Garcia's missed on his last 3. He's now 12 of 20 in the air for 142 yards. Needs a bunch more. 4:01 left here in this game. Garcia rolls out, has some time. Here comes pressure now. He just gets rid of it. In the direction of Matthew Sandoval, but that went from having time to no time at all for Garcia. Give mention to number 95 on that play, coming in making some noise for the Rattlers of Rio Grande City. Abel
Silva.
I don't have a roster over here, Evie.
Sorry about
Third
that.
down, 10 yards to go for the Porter Cowboys. Under 4 minutes left in the game. Garcia.
Yeah, this would be a big 4-and-out if they don't convert.
Drops back to throw. Garcia over the middle. That's tipped incomplete. What a great play over the top by the defense. Punting time for the Cowboys.
Big decision here it'll be.
Mark Perez that time making the play for the Rattlers. And so 4th down, and they look like they're keeping the offense on the field for the Porter Cowboys.
Yeah, and I was about to mention that, you got 4 minutes basically remaining. What do you got to lose?
Cowboys up to the line. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. A little confusion on the defense. Now it looks like they've got someone covering. The 3 men over there, but no one to cover him. Here comes pressure, though. Garcia will never get this away. Down he goes, and the Rattlers take over.
Great pressure there by David Carreon, as he was able to chase him out of bounds, literally, okay? And, he basically got that 4th down out of the way for the Rattlers.
Will that seal this ball game with 3:44 left? Rio Grande City clinging to some scenarios that keep them in playoff contention. First and foremost chore was to get a win here. Then you eyeball Donna, and you hope that maybe Mission Vets gives you some help and knocks off the Redskins tonight.
Yeah, that would end up putting Rio at 2-4, and depending on how Donna finishes, either at 4-2 or 3-3, that's just one game behind if you're Rio Grande City.
If they're 3-4 or 3-3, then it sets up a big game for those two teams. Taking a look, Running play for the Rattlers. Again, no timeouts remaining on the scoreboard for either team. So Porter will not be able to stop this clock. Time a new ball carrier in the game for the Rattlers, wearing number 86.
Yes, 86 here. We got Ramiro Rendon. We'll see if they choose to go to the air or keep it on the ground here. Galvan to his right.
Second down play, they'll hand it off. Running play, left-hand side. That's another new ball carrier in the game, wearing number 27.
27 there for you guys. We have Seth Simmons. Seth Simmons coming into the game.
Simmons will gain maybe a yard. Then the timeout is called. Who called? There are their timeouts. Now the Cowboys use their first of 3. Rattlers have 3 remaining. Back after this.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Colletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Colletti's. Visit Collettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. It's third down and call it 7 yards to go for the Rattlers of Rio Grande City. Now look to throw. Touchdown, Lopez. Abel Lopez wide open, and 6 more on the board for the Rattlers.
Right, and the thing is that you're setting up these 2 receivers on each side, so that's giving you plenty of options to go to the air. And again, Abel Gonzalez just, again, showing how accurate he is and showing off his arm one more time and hitting Abel Lopez there for that easy touchdown.
His 3rd touchdown strike of the night. He now has 200 passing yards and has hit 3 different receivers for touchdowns. 2:48 to go. Rio Grande City extending the lead, pitching a shutout here in the second half. That one's blocked on the extra point. It's no good. Porter Cowboys recover the ball. Kickoff coming up. Rattlers up 18. Back after this.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, number 1.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com with 2:48 left. Evie, would you believe the Cowboys were winning this game 21-20 at some point as you look at the score now?
Yeah, and the thing that surprises me more is that, that they were tied, and, the score has switched a couple of times, throughout the game, and the Cowboys seemed to be in it in that first half, and they really gave them a run for their money, but it just seems that the Rio Grande City Rattlers, they just regathered at halftime, and they told Abel Gonzalez, keep on going to the air, keep on throwing that ball. It's worked for them.
2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 different receivers in the game for Rio Grande City. 3 of them have scored touchdowns. Kickoff now by the Porter Cowboys out to the 30-yard line, running right to left, and they will not get to the 35. Big vicious tackle there by the Rattlers.
Yeah, Abel Lopez just scores, comes back on defense, and he has a huge tackle there by himself to possibly start the last possession for the Cowboys.
Porter Cowboys offense back on the football field. They led 21-20 at the halftime break. After trailing 20-14, they came storming back and were in contention in this football game. Since then, Rio Grande City Rattlers with a great second half adjustment and performance. Pass play out in the flats. This is Guzman, takes on a tackler. Ends up gaining 3 on the play. Ulysses Guzman, that's his first catch of the night.
Credit Andrew Salinas on that tackle.
Give him a 4-yard gain. That ends a streak of 4 in a row missed by Kevin Garcia. Wants to throw again. Pressured out of the pocket. Here comes pressure, and down he goes. Penalty behind the play, probably a hole, but that's a sack.
That's a big play there by Brian Peña, their linebacker, one of their linebackers coming in huge for that sack.
That's a call against the Cowboys. They'll decline that and accept the sack. Good speed that time, tracking down Kevin Garcia. 3rd down and 14 yards to go. Clock running, 2:04 to go in this ball game. Cowboys up to the line. 3 receivers overloaded on the right side. Guzman stays in the backfield. Garcia looks to throw. Here comes a draw play. Up the middle, Guzman makes a man miss. Out across the 40. 1st down across the 45. Back to the 48-yard line. Guzman's best carry of the night.
Yeah, a little extracurricular pushing and shoving here. That's going to go ahead and bring up plenty of flags, and they're still pushing here. That was a big play there.
A lot of extracurricular stuff. 25 yards on the carry by Guzman. Clock stops with 1:42 remaining. Now we'll let the officials sort that out. While they do, we'll take a quick break. Then we'll have where the penalties are.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and got an Ed Couch Elsa jacket fan saying, so is Rio in 4th playoff spot? Not yet, but they're looking at it. They need some help. Brownsville Veterans, not sure what the final of that one, that may have finished. Brownsville Veterans and Donna. If Donna lost that game, Rio Grande City has 2 teams ahead of them in that 4th playoff spot.
Yeah,
one of those Donna and one's Palmview.
Yeah, the only thing that's certain right now is Mission Vets and Brownsville, and Pace leading the pack. Everything else is up for grabs. You know, every other team is in it. Potentially probably not Porter with this will be their 7th loss, so they'll probably be out. But anybody else is fair game. And, again, it's going to be very, very close.
Rio Grande City would need some help to get into that 4th playoff spot, but the first help could come from Brownsville Veterans tonight. And then they're going to need Palmview to lose a couple of times, and they're going to need to beat Donna. And then eventually they're going to need to beat Pace. There's an incomplete pass in the direction of Matthew Sandoval, and that's probably the biggest chore of all. But just to get to that spot of playing in that final game for a chance to make the playoffs, if you're going to be a playoff team, so is Pace, then you go into that telling your kids, hey, you got to beat a playoff team anyway, so let's go get it done right now.
Right, and you got to get it done. And the thing is that, like we talked about, you know, some of these teams are very active, as we have the leaders and then the ones in the middle, like we talked about. They're really going to have to get after it, and you say, go get it. You know, there's no excuses, nothing out there. You know, you have to go out there and perform now with the last 3 weeks. And that's the most interesting part, that we have 3 games remaining. So it's do or die every single Friday or Saturday.
Penalty
Thursday.
against the Porter Cowboys on that last play. It was an incomplete pass, but a 15-yard penalty marched off. Takes the ball back outside the 45 to about the 40, well, right at the 50-yard line for the Porter Cowboys. The second half is just one that Rio Grande City has done a bunch right. Cowboys trying to find something to build on. Garcia running to the short side of the field. Now he has to change direction. Racing to that left side. He was never going to get the corner, and down he goes. Gained a yard out of all that.
Yeah, anytime your quarterback, you know, is in that position, you know, it's a give or die there at the end, and he wasn't able to go anywhere.
Heavy pursuit that time
by
from
number
the
20.
Rio Grande City Rattlers.
Yeah, Jose Arevalo, give him credit on that as he was able to catch up to him, bring him down.
Second down play for the Porter Cowboys. Garcia in the backfield, drops back, a high snap over the middle, tipped, incomplete. He wanted Sandoval, but it was tipped by a defender first.
Tony Salazar with a big hit, and Salazar goes to the floor and kind of slow to get up. That was a big hit. Big hit by Salazar.
1 minute left here in this ball game. Reminding you, highlights of the game I'll be playing those on our Facebook first, and then we'll post them on our YouTube later on. Reminding you, these games are available to be watched on YouTube. Coaches do allow that. Some point in time, some coaches ask for video to be pulled, and we'll do that. Coaches do rule this show, my friends. Athletic directors, coaches, administration, they say first. Then we go from there. Pass play for the Cowboys. Right-hand side, that's going to be Cardenas. Cardenas with another catch. Gains 8. Needed a bunch more than that.
Under a minute, 45 seconds remaining. As you'll rush it to get under the ball.
Cardenas with 6 catches for 71 yards. 4th down and 16 yards to go for the Cowboys. Garcia looks to throw over the middle. Got a man. Caught at the 30, staying on his feet, stretching forward. Got close to first down yardage. Sandoval's going to be about a yard short. And that should be a turnover on downs for Rio Grande City. Instead, the officials, it was going to be 4th down. It was 4th down. And so the Rattlers will take over. 28 seconds left in this ball game. Rio Grande City on Parents' Night did what they had to do, Evie. They were tested. They adjusted. Got the job done.
Yeah, this was, like they say, worth coming. And it was their time to win. It was just something that they had to do. And like we talked about early in the game, the coach said no excuses. Just get it done.
In to run the quarterback spot right now. There's your man.
Mario Garza, the original starter, is back in here as we have some flags. That's interesting to see here as he has a brace on his right knee.
He was just going to take a knee, but he was at least in the game to take a snap. And that was probably some coaches just saying, hey, let's get you out there. We want you to
on Parents' Night
feel a little action.
Right.
Albeit there was not going to be any way close to him getting hit. Penalty flag on the play, by the way. 5 yards against the Rio Grande City Rattlers. 28 seconds left. Empty backfield on this first down play.
Correct.
Handoff, running play up the right-hand side with some room. Out across the 30 and then down about the 32-yard line.
Galvan, again, being...
That was 32.
Yeah, right? We don't have him on the roster. You're right.
That's a new player in the game.
That's right. I'm a little dyslexic here tonight.
They'll run again.
That's Smith.
And that will do it, my friends. Game over. Rio Grande City victorious here tonight. Final score 39-21 as the Rattlers stay at least alive on the contention side for the playoffs.
Right. As mentioned earlier, they'll see Donna next week. And again, sorry that we can't get, the score that Donna scored, which is going to be big, going forward for Rio. And not just them, for everybody else. If Donna didn't win tonight, they're going to find themselves in a position where it'll be basically do or die for the rest of the season for them. If they win, that's a little bit more of a breathing room, which will take them over to 4-2. So we're going to be waiting for some of these results, and we'll see where we got going.
Rattlers end up with 452 yards of total offense in the night. The Porter Cowboys with 313, but the big numbers were the big plays by the Rio Grande City Rattlers, and they had Alan Garcia, who had 107 yards rushing on 3 carries, 85 yards on his first touch for a touchdown. Julio Nunez had 87 yards receiving, 80 of those on a single catch for a touchdown. Adrian Gonzalez, 11 of 17 for 200 yards in the air, threw for 3 touchdown passes, and the Rio Grande City Rattlers win this game. That's going to do it for our broadcast. For Evie Vasquez, great job. Thanks for helping out tonight.
Absolutely. No, thank you for having me. It's a lot better when I can just do color. Play-by-play is still something that I'm working on.
She's doing a great job, though, my friend.
Have some patience.
Evie Vasquez will be doing some more games here soon, including next week, probably here or at Roma. For Emilio Flores running the camera. Great job again, young man. We love the stuff you do. That'll do it for our broadcast. Watch our highlights and also watch the replays. Until next time, I'm Joe Bowling from Rio Grande City on a Thursday night. Rattlers win this one 39-21. Good night, everybody.